Last job, little Wayne, was gorgeous. Anyway. So let's get back to. So we've cut out the panels for the cushion.
For the cushion front, yeah.
Okay, and then what
and
you going to do?
So I'm just going to join them all together now, each of the strips with a 1/4 inch seam.
Right.
So I've just put right sides together of the fabric, and I'm just going to take that to the machine now.
And you don't mark up your seam allowance then?
No. I'm actually using a normal foot, so if you
Yes.
don't have a 1/4 inch foot, that's fine. You can just move the needle across.
Yep.
And
have you moved the needle across on that one then?
Yes, yep, I'm all set up.
And you're using
ready
the
to go.
edge. We'll put sewing machine cam on you in a second. You're putting the edge of the fabric, or taking your pins out as you go along.
That's it.
The edge of your fabric.
Yeah, the edge of the fabric along the edge of the foot. And the needle isn't in the centre, it's just to one side, which is giving me my 1/4 inch seam allowance. You were talking about everyone being different, whether you stitch over pins or not.
Yes.
And it dawned on me that some people use very thick pins, chunky pins.
Yes.
Patchwork pins are very, very fine. And I think that's the difference. I would never sew over a normal pin.
But you were watching yesterday when I was it yesterday? I was having a discussion with Jennifer about that.
But these patchwork pins are so fine, you can actually just slow down and
but obviously, if you're using a heavyweight fabric, you wouldn't be able to use those patchwork pins on a heavyweight fabric.
No, that's right. So I'm just going. So I've done that, and then you can press as you go.
I was going to say, would you normally press that now?
I tend to press as I go. In my studio, I'm set up with my sewing machine this side, and I spin around, and my iron's there.
Oh. Have you got one of those tables that goes like that and like that?
I've
or
got
just the ironing board here?
I've got a big table like this that I can adjust the height, but my sewing machine's in the corner. It's sunk into the corner.
Oh, you're serious?
My mum treated me to a lovely table.
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice. Right,
that's nice.
What you're going to do is now you're going to sew all those panels together. While you do that, I'm going to take you through all the different fabrics that we've got on offer in this hour. So come with me. They're beautiful. They're batik fabrics. Now, do you know how batik is made? I'm sure, I don't want to teach my grandmother to suck eggs, but do you know how batik is? It's amazing. You get some fabric, I'm going to do it very basic, and you wash it, right, so the fabric's wet. Then you get like a wax or a liquid, like a liquid wax or a beeswax or something like that. And you can either create your patterns with that, paint it on with a paintbrush or anything. Then you throw it into some dye, and then you let the fabric dry. And then what you do is you peel off the wax, and where the wax has been, the dye hasn't taken, so you've dyed around it. And then what you do is then with that same piece of fabric, you then paint another pattern around and use a different coloured dye and go through the process. So in all of these, there are so many different processes going on. So which one am I going to first? Sorry. Hot orange. Hot orange. This is gorgeous, this one. They've all got a leaf theme to them, these, but isn't that beautiful? Now this is now remember, we sell our fabrics by, by the half-metre increment. So this is £6.95 for half a metre. And if you're buying on the web and you want a metre, then you put in 2 increments and things like that. So basically, if you want half metre is the minimum, but you then buy in half-metre increments. I love it. I absolutely love that. I will get, during the show, I will get all of these out, because I know you're only seeing a little bit here. I will be doing a bit of wafting later on. So which one am I going to next, little Paul? Hot pink. We love this. Now, this is the hot pink that Angie's already made a cushion out of. Do you know what? I'm going to do my first bit of wafting. I'm going to do it straight away. I'm going to take this. Going to waft. Are you ready? I was going to do a grand gesture. Now, this is a metre, right? This is what you get if you get 2 increments. This is a metre of the fabric. It's just gorgeous. Look at that. Now, I'll have to pretend where it is because my televisions have all gone off, so I can't see myself where I'm... Oh, no, I'm back now. There you go. Look at that. Isn't it just fantastic? Look at all the beautiful detailing that's gone on in there. So this one is the hot pink leaf. £6.95 for half metre. I love that. Very bold design. Well, that's it about batik, because it's from the kind of Philippines and areas like that where they come out with the really, really lovely, bold, gorgeous colours. So we're going on from the pink, hot pink leaf to... Right, we'll do this one. Is this one rainforest? This is... Oh, I'm already wafting it. I've taken it out straight away.
Gorgeous, that is.
This is just...
Beautiful. My favourite colours in
Oh, this one's your favourite?
I love that colour, yes.
Just absolutely stunning. Let me get right around for you. The colours in there are out of this world, aren't they? Look Look at the delicacy.
It's like Mediterranean.
Somebody's actually, now they don't paint the actual leaves. When you do batik, you paint the negative on it. So if you want very narrow leaves like that, you paint the background of it, then you dip it in the dye to then create those shapes. It's a real art. Do you know what? For £6.95 for half a metre, you're getting such a fantastic buy there. I'll just do Jay's job for him and fold that one up. And then last but not least, in the batik fabrics, these are all Macawa, by the way. They're all Macawa fabrics. So you know, with Macawa, the quality of the cotton is out of this world. I won't get the last one out. I'll just show you this one. I'll just do it like this. This is called fabric. Oh no, it's forest. It's called forest. This one, and fabric forest. Oh, sorry, a fabric. I thought it was just forest. That one. Half a metre again for £6.95. I can't tell you how much of it. Now, I told you about Chris, my next door neighbour. She's desperate to get some batik. She's going to miss the next batik show because she's bowling for Warwickshire later on this morning, so she won't be able to see it. Now, have a look at these, right? These are the two plain fabrics, the Macawa plain fabric. Sorry, it's been a mess. I'll get Jay to sort that out in a second. We've just chosen these two for this show, but there are lots and lots of colours. As Angie said, if you go to the website, she knows more than I do. If you go to the website, you see lots and lots of different colours. Obviously, this is the black, and this one is spring. £3.25. Now, this is the Spectrum solid fabric by Macawa. If you go to the website, that's the item code for the black one. But do you know what? If you just ring the call centre and say, oh, I want that lovely lime green or that spring green that John's showing there, then you don't necessarily need the item code number because the people in the call centre do have a schedule for the day. So they are £3.25 for half a metre. Now, before I go back to Angie, I just need to show you this. When you go to a shop and you buy a piece of fabric, the last thing you want to do, isn't it, is buy a piece of fabric and have it just shoved in a carrier bag. This is how your fabric will be delivered to your house when you buy it. It's really beautiful. It's a gorgeous box, and then it's one of those easy boxes that you just rip the top of the bottom of the box across there, so there's no fighting at it with knives or scissors or sellotape or anything like that. And then when you open it up, now, it comes wrapped in the tissue paper with the lovely little sewing quarter. Really lovely little sewing quarter patch there. Now, I've got to get back because Angie's finished doing it. Oh, she's doing some ironing. Excuse me, she's only got my iron out without asking me.
Am I doing your job?
No, that's absolutely fine. It's pressing, actually. I'm always told by them it's not ironing, it's pressing. It's the other thing I have to remind you about, very, very quickly, is you say iron, you say iron.
Are you okay?
With your first order over £10, you get a free gift from us here at Sewing Quarter. It's really, really lovely, isn't it? This is free. This is completely free. It's worth £14.99. With your first order, you only get it with your first order over £10. You get that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous free gift. Okay, right, I'm going to go back and look at a bit of pressing now. You finished?
I am. Fabulous. There we go.
So now we can just see what you've done there.
So nice and
thank
simple.
you so much. You over-steamed there a little bit.
Did I? Or you were wet? Watch it slip off the table.
Thank you for joining us for our Mother's Day weekend here at the Sewing Quarter. If you need to know any questions about us, you think you've just tuned in, maybe you've been at work all week, and this is the first morning you're flicking through the channels, you're like, oh, what's this? A new channel on Freeview 78 or on the internet, www.sewingquarter.com. We are, welcome, thank you for having us in your home. We are a channel dedicated to everything sewing, bringing you gorgeous fabrics, kits, all sorts of things, and experts showing you what you can do with said bits of fabric. So, Angie, what have you done there?
So we've joined those panels together, and now you can see how the green helps the colours to really pop.
Yes.
If you've got, depending on the colour in your room, you could have chosen the red or a purple. So, yeah.
But you chose the green.
I chose the green. So
it's like putting, I've got these three paintings, and I put brightly coloured frames around them, and it really brings the colour out of the paintings.
And what I did on the pink one is I just stitched a simple top stitch. It's just a nice finishing.
But you don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that. Or if you've got decorative stitches on your machine,
which we'll show you a bit.
Yeah.
We're going to do a few of those later on. We'll just talk about these stitches along here.
Yeah.
So that's really, really lovely top stitching detail.
I always think it makes it look really professional, sort of a nice.
Oh, just blow your own trumpet.
No, I mean, the beautiful upholstery in a car. It's always double top stitched or something. I like a bit of top stitching.
I mean, it's just, we're doing this batik fabric. It's just gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
It
is stunning.
It's quality. The quality is good.
It's got a lovely crisp feeling to it, so it's really lovely to work with. Really
the colours,
beautiful.
you'll always find with batik that the colours are very bold, almost neon-like, aren't they? Some of the colours,
really
very
striking.
beautiful. But they'll all be natural dyes. If they're done in Indonesia or something like that, they'll all be natural dyes as well. Anyway, so are you going to top stitch that or not?
Would you like me to?
It's up to you. I want to see.
You want
how
to see?
these...
We'll do that later. Yes. So shall we make this and
yes,
then
go on,
do
then.
a bit
Right,
of
now,
leaf making?
let's have a
later?
look at the back then. Let's have a look at the back because you haven't put a zip or anything in it. You've done an envelope back, haven't
back.
you?
Yep,
I've got
very
thrown a
simple.
little bit there. Somebody said I was just flanneling upstairs.
And what I'm doing for this one is actually you can choose to do just the plain back, but I've chosen to do half batik.
Okay,
and half
right. Okay, so
plain.
the envelope basically is a wrap over. Because you put, there's no fastening as such.
No
there's no
fastening
zip, there's
at
no
all.
buttons or anything like that.
And they just
it's just a
overlap.
wrap over that you push your pad into.
You can see the edge of the other one there.
Now, how big? I know this is a 14-inch cushion, but would it be half and? Would you do half and half?
Slightly more because you don't want it shut
Oh
banging
yes, if
like
it's half
that.
and half, they
Yeah.
just meet edge to edge, wouldn't they? So you
if
want
you
them
did
both.
if you did it 7, I think I did these around 9.5 inches.
If your cushion's 4,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. So you're going to have a good overlap in the middle.
Just look. I did bring some notes because of converting. I feel very sorry for you converting all this. About 23 centimetres.
You want to buy a cushion pad?
Yes.
You want to buy a cushion pad? There's the cushion pad. 14 by 14, 35.5 by 35, £4.95. £4.95. That's fabulous, isn't it? Go to the website if you want other sizes and check what we've got on the website. I'm not quite sure. Okay. Right, so you're going to put the back on now.
Yeah. So right sides together.
Okay, so you don't make the back into a single piece. You're going to put them both on at the same time.
That's right, yeah.
Right, have we mentioned this? We've hemmed...
Okay, yeah. So I cut these 14.5 inches by about 9.5 inches.
9.5.
And then literally, I didn't do any special measurement for that. I've taken one of the edges and I've just hemmed it.
Just put just made a lovely little neat hem across the bottom.
All you need to do is fold it over, give it a little press, fold it over again, and then just put that through your machine.
Always so neat, isn't it?
Yeah,
okay.
That's nice.
So now you have to make sure that you get your, because on a solid fabric like this, it's very difficult to see the right side, the wrong side. So when you stitch them together, you want both of the seams facing you. So you want all the right sides all going together.
All the right sides together, yeah.
Otherwise, because if you stitch this one on, sometimes when you bag out, you think, oh, that needs to be there. When you actually bag it out, you've got it the wrong way around. So you need right side to right side.
Yes.
And then again, when you put the other one on, you do right side to right side.
Yeah, and the raw edges.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, with the seams in the hemmed seams in the centre. So I'll just pin these.
Okay, so you just pin it.
I'm just going to pin them because obviously if we're going to stitch round this in a second, and if it slips, we're going to miss. We don't want a hole in it.
You don't want you don't want the fabric slipping either, do you?
Or anything, any holes anywhere.
So this is quite a simple technique, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I decided really the fabrics are so wonderful that we didn't need too much of a.
Nothing too complicated.
Nothing too complicated because the fabrics.
Well, no, because the fabric
speak
itself
for themselves.
does exactly.
Yeah,
beautiful batik fabrics. Now, while we pin and stitch this, I think we've got a little film because if you're new to us and you have never seen Sewing Quarter before, you're thinking, what on earth? Who on earth are these people? What's the little film about, please? What? How to contact us. Have a look at this short film.
Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433, email us at help@sewingquarter.com, visit our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter @Sewing Quarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air.
When you spend £10 on your first purchase, you will receive this free sewing kit from the Sewing Quarter worth £14.99. So here we are, Angie's just about to stitch, it's Mother's Day weekend, we're just about to stitch the 2 layers of the cushion together.
Yep.
But I just want to talk, somebody's just, I can't remember the name of the lady, was it Marion? Or, Joyce, I don't know, I got Marion. Joyce wants to have a look at the rotary cuts again. So while you're stitching that, I'll just explain to Joyce about did you want to say something before you did it?
No, I'm just going to stitch all the way around now, so you don't need to leave a gap.
Because you can pull it out through the envelope, so you can literally stitch all the way around all 4 sides.
There you go.
Now, before I leave you to talk about this, are you going to do anything special at the corners?
No.
Okay, that's fine, because sometimes we get to the corners and the expert's like, John, I need to show you how to do the corner. So literally just sewing around all 4 edges.
Yes.
Right, if you do it quietly while I'm talking, that'd be fabulous.
I'll try.
Joyce, my love, here is... I totally respect my guest. I love my guest today. In fact, I love both my guests today. Right, this is Joyce, this is the rotary cutter you were seeing earlier. It's the Clover rotary cutter with soft touch cushion. That's here. That's a soft touch cushion there and there and there. So if you're doing a lot of cutting out, then it's not too hard on your hands. £14.95 they are. Now, you can pop it in your basket. You don't need to check out until the end of the day. At midnight, I said coagulate yesterday, consolidate. They consolidate your basket at the end of the day. And also, if you buy on the phone, so if you ring the 0800 112 4433 now, and you put it, and you ask them to put it in you pay for it then, but then what happens at the end of the day, if you bought more things, you're not going to be charged £2.95 each time you order something. It's all consolidated, so at the end of the day. This is a 45mm. Now, when it says 45mm, it's talking about the blade here. Now, the way I can do that is it has actually got, as Angie showed you earlier, there you go. It's actually got a safety catch on it. So now that blade is totally ready to cut and everything. But if you do it like this, then you have to get into the habit of always closing that. Now, you can use this to cut fabric and you can use it to cut paper, but I wouldn't use the same cutter to cut fabric and paper because the paper...
I've got 2 rotary cutters.
Yes.
One for paper, one for fabric.
Thank you.
And I chose them in different colours, so
you know which is which, yeah, because as soon as you cut paper with this, you've blunted it.
Yeah.
You've blunted it, right? So get separate ones, but you can cut paper with this one. But you know what? If your blade does get blunt, first of all, you can have them sharpened, but secondly, you can buy replacement blades.
Yeah.
It comes off, you can do it like that. You can get a replacement blade. So don't worry about that. But I wouldn't use your fabric one to cut paper because it's going to blunt it too quickly. Very easy to get in touch, 0800 112 4433 or www.sewingquarters.com. Get your messages in, get your messages in for Angie or anything you want to know at the Sewing Quarter. It's studio@sewingquarter.com. Studio@sewingquarter.com. So how are you doing there?
Not too bad, almost round.
Oh, you're actually using a pedal this time?
I am.
Angie likes to... Is it the machine? Yeah. Angie likes the... this machine, which is gorgeous, by the way, £999. It's got a button where you can...
Button.
Stop-start button, so you don't have to use the pedal.
It does make it easier when you're standing sewing up.
All right. Oh, first day and she's moaning already. I did offer her a stool earlier, but she said no. If you're after machines, we're going to sell 4 different Elna machines. Jane from Elna was here yesterday. Jane Brogan was from Elna was here yesterday with me. We showed 3 of them, but you can always go to the website and have a look at them. This is the creme de la creme, and it's £999. Just pop to the website and have a look at them. They are stunning. Now remember, it's only £2.95 if you buy a sewing machine as well. Post and packaging is still £2.95 if you buy a sewing machine as well. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, there's the details. VKJE90, the Elna 680 EX sewing machine. This is, I'll just show you the website again because it's because it's all new and everything. Oh, there you go. So what you do is you go to www.sewingquarters.com. What do you press? Does it say shopping? Oh, shop, there at the top left-hand corner. You click on shop. Then you get a list of all the different departments, and you click on whatever you want. So if you're looking at sewing machines there, then click on sewing machine. Oh, it's very organised, isn't it? And then they are the 4 different sewing machines that we sell. That's this one. That's the one we're using right now. Fantastic, isn't it? If you've logged in, you do have to log in. It will have buy now rather than view. Don't know. Right, okay, so what have you done without me seeing?
Just snip the edges. So we'll just turn it over, check that you've got all your pieces encapsulated, if you like. And I've just...
All the long words coming out this morning.
Encapsulated. I like your
Coagulate. Consolidate, coagulate.
So I've just nipped the corners off so we haven't got too much bulk in the corner. Just a simple technique.
When we say mitre, we're literally cutting off the 45 degree angle.
Yeah, just not too close to your stitches, obviously.
Yeah.
And there we are, we're ready.
Oh, now, hang on, are you ready for a reveal, Ginger
Ready
Mike?
for the big reveal.
He's ready.
He's ready, he's ready. I don't know if we bought a cushion
Oh, yeah,
pad.
Jay said, you keep turning it out,
That's
I'll get it for you. Because Jay said it was over here, didn't he? I've just got my cushion pad, but not the one in the bag,
Not
the
the
one
one
that we're
that's
going to
it.
actually put in the cushion.
That's it. So we're just pushing the corners.
Because we're going to show how to do these leaves, when would you attach the leaves?
So you just keep working on the front, building up the design of that.
So you wouldn't do the bagging out until you've completely...
You put the back on last.
Last,
yeah,
okay
yeah.
then. So what we're saying is this, in this sample, this is your finished piece, would you?
Yes, yeah, this one's complete. Again, you can, on the plane, you could even choose to put some of your decorative stitches on there, if you like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you can decorate it, or I'd like to see one full of leaves, actually.
You'd like to see what?
Full of leaves, you know, lots more.
Do you like the autumn?
I do love autumn, it's my, yes.
Right, there's what we're showing
season.
you can make with this fabric. What we're doing is we're making the hot pink leaf design that you're seeing there. We've just made it in a different fabric, but it's I'll go through them again in a minute. If you just tuned in, you're thinking, oh, what's all these gorgeous batik fabrics? I'll go through them in a second. Right, do you want to say something about that one there? Oh, it's lovely.
There we go.
These are going to look gorgeous in our green room later, aren't they?
Right way.
So that basically is your finished. I'm sorry.
Thread in there. Nip him off. There we go.
If you want, now there's a stork, heron, duck. What is it?
Stork.
It's a stork. If you want some of those, they're on our website. But I've got a special exclusive, or not an exclusive, a launch in the 9 o'clock show. If you love, when Lucy's on with me, if you love those heron, stork, scissors, we've got a special coming up in the next.
That's nice.
I
love them.
Oh, you want to see the cushion? Yes. Lovely, isn't it?
Very simple.
The green really, really makes that pop, doesn't it?
Yes.
Right, so what we're now going to do is show you how to make the leaves, is it, on this one?
That's right.
Right, but before we start that, can I just take you through the fabrics again? Because I don't want anyone, because we've got another batik show later with different fabrics, So I want you to have a look at these gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics. Because I don't want anybody to miss out on any of these. I mean, obviously, while they're in stock, they will always be on the website. But just get them today. It's the first time we've shown them today. And they're really, really, really beautiful. So the one that's got that there at the moment, is the hot pink leaf. Now, we sell by 50 centimetre increments. So this is £6.95. So you see now, this is called the hot pink. It's a batik fabric, but it's called hot pink leaf. So if you can't remember the item code number, which is fine. Oh, it's yummy. It's yummy, this one, so it's fine. Yummy, and then 53, an age that I'll be in about 20 years' time. That is they're all laughing upstairs. I'm only 39. Yeah, what year is it? Hot pink. Hot pink leaf is gorgeous, isn't it? I mean, I don't know how you're going to pick a favourite. Now, all the batiks, they're all the same price. The four at the top here, they're all £5.95 for... £6.95 for 50 centimetres. Get my fires. Right, okay, so then it's the forest one. Oh, that forest. I thought that was... okay. So that rainforest it's called. Rainforest, that one's called. We're all new, it's all new to us, isn't it? £6.95 for 50 centimetres. Remember, you can buy it in 50 centimetre increments. Now remember also, it's Makoa cotton, so it's the quality of the cotton is out of this world. So that's rainforest, that beautiful one there is called rainforest. Now you can email me if you want me to waft any of the fabric, just let me know which one you want me to waft, and I'll be happy to waft it for you. Which one are we going to next then? Yep. A little Paul's got issues, but that's none of our business on a Saturday morning, is it? Waft it. Somebody wants it wafting. We'll waft it for you. This is gorgeous. Now, as I was explaining earlier, the way it works is you get a piece of fabric, gorgeous piece of cotton, you wash it, get rid of all the dressing, and then you paint the negative of what you want to show in wax or beeswax or something like that, and it's wet, and then you dye the fabric, and then you let it dry, and then you peel off the wax. So where the wax has been, the dye hasn't taken. And then what you do is you then do the same with every colour and every pattern that you want to create. I mean, look at that. That is beautiful. Now, has it got a repeat? I suppose it has. I mean, it doesn't matter about a repeat with this one, does it? Because you just get so much colour and gorgeousness coming out of there, haven't you? It's
mind-blowing.
That is just stunning, isn't it? Look at that. I'll hold it still for you. There you can see. There. Beautiful, isn't it? So this is the Forest Fire. That's Forest Fire. And this graphic here, this is for the bright orange one at the bottom here. Also £6.95. £6.95. That is the hot orange. That was named after me, that one, because I'm hot, menopausal, and sometimes I put too much makeup on, a bit orange. And then we've got the plain fabrics. Now, if you go to the website, you will see all the colours. It's the spectrum range of all the plain fabrics. We've got the black and the spring here. I think it was called spring, wasn't it? We have the black and the spring. They're £3.25 for 50 centimetres. Right, while I leave Paul to sort out his issues with the graphics, I'm going to pop back now to Angie and work out how we make the leaf patterns.
I could put your pad in this one now. I could have done that while you were...
Oh, have you just been watching me
I
wafting
was,
fabric?
I was having a little rest.
You're here to work, madam. Right, OK, so you see how gorgeous these leaves are?
Well, it's the first thing that came to me. When I was sent the fabric, I just immediately wanted to cut the leaves out of the fabric.
Yes. OK, so how did you do it? This is a little technique now.
Is that in the way?
Yeah.
OK, so here's one.
I'll put it over here with all my finished.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's one that I had left over
when
I did
so
those
hang on.
6.
So you've used which fabric is it, this one?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
So on this one, what I've done, the same process to make the cushion. Instead of doing the repeat, the smaller strips in the panelling, I've used one solid. I think this is about 5 inches wide.
12.5 centimetres.
Oh, there you go. Very good, John. I'm impressed.
I used to work on a fruit and veg stall, you see, so I'm good at arithmetic. Right. But then those leaves, so those leaves are actually part of this fabric.
The design comes from the fabric.
Right, okay, let me move the cushion.
What I did initially is to trace the actual leaf shapes from the fabric.
Oh,
so
okay.
you can see some of them are very prominent.
I'm going to move it back in again.
Sorry.
That's right.
Some of them are very prominent.
Yes, distinct, aren't they?
Distinct, yes, so that you can see the shape. So I traced, I think there's 4 different ones there and a couple that are similar.
Yes.
So I traced those.
Can you see that? All right, because it's on tracing paper.
Yeah.
Use greaseproof paper if you haven't got tracing paper,
Yeah,
can't you?
yeah, anything that you've got to hand.
So you've traced those off the fabric?
Yeah, so they're the same size as the fabric.
OK.
And because they're quite fiddly, I thought I'd just enlarge them a little bit.
Right, now this is where she lost me earlier. She was explaining this to me earlier. I would have just made them that big, but you wanted them bigger.
Yeah, I thought, give them a bit of oomph.
Right. So how did you make them bigger?
So most people have got a printer at home.
I've got a printer.
You've got a printer and it's got a little scanner in the top. Scanner and photocopier. So I just put it under the photocopier.
But if you photocopy it, it's the same size.
But then you can just...
What, so you can make it... I'm going to have to go home.
Yeah.
Because mine was quite expensive, my printer.
There you go. I'm sure you've got an enlarged facility.
I've got an enlarged belly, that's for sure. What are you going to say then?
I'm sure.
OK,
so this is about 125%. Not too large, but...
that sometimes happens on my computer when I'm chatting. And I've got a touchscreen computer. If a fly flies into screen, suddenly all my writing's about that big. And I said, OK, so you make it 125, just... Or you can make it whatever size you want.
Whatever size you like.
You can do one and make it into a super size.
Yes.
OK, so where do you go from there to that finished piece then?
And then on a sunny window, if you've got a sunny window, if you haven't got a light box, it doesn't matter. You're not restricted with these things.
Why do you need a sunny window?
So what we're going to do now is trace this design onto the plain fabric.
Oh, OK.
These are actually backed.
Oh, OK. Because I was about to say, why didn't you just cut the leaf out from here? Because you made it bigger. But they're backed on the fabric.
They're backed on the plain fabric. And that's much easier to see in your drawing.
But also, it makes them... If it was just one piece of fabric, it would just be floppy, wouldn't it?
Gives them some stability. And also, because it's nice that they ruffle up like that, then you've not got sort of a raw back, if you like.
Of course. So...
Or why you wouldn't use an interfacing or something, because it'd just be white horrible.
That's the backing. Yes,
the backing.
exactly. So what you've done...
So then it's a sunny window with your plain fabric.
Okay.
I've traced...
so you put that...
Take that to your window.
Put it up against the sunny window. Pretend you're the sunny window there, so you can see through it. Excuse me. Then you put the
plain fabric on the top.
It's a bit of a palaver, all of this, isn't it?
It's not if you're creative. It's absolutely fine.
So then you put the plain fabric over the top of it, and you can see the line through it.
You can see the line through it, and then I've just traced them with a pencil.
Okay, onto the plain fabric.
Onto the plain fabric. If you've got pens that disappear, that's fine, but really you're not going to see a bit of fine pencil. And when you if you wash the cushion, it'll disappear.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So you've drawn the cushion, the leaves onto the plain fabric. But then there's 2 layers of fabric here.
Yes. Now we've got this double-sided. So then I applied a piece of bondweb.
Yep.
Fusible.
So basically, you've sandwiched the 2 fabrics.
Put the bondweb onto the back of the plain, peel the paper off, and then put your batik on the back of there.
Okay.
Press that. So that's
so
nice
basically, you've got 2 fabrics fused together. Almost.
And it's given it that nice stability.
Yes. I don't know if you can see that on the telly, because if there was a single piece of fabric, it would flop over, wouldn't it? Whereas this has actually got that kind of not firm, it's still fabric, but it's got body to it now. Okay, so then
we're going to do a bit of free machine embroidery.
You can do... Right, I was talking about this yesterday. We're going to do, what's it called?
Free machine embroidery.
Free machine embroidery. Now, you need special feet for this.
So if you'll find somewhere on your machine that you've got a little switch to drop the feed dogs.
Yes.
And the feed dogs are the teeth here in the machine that generally feed the fabric through in a straight line.
Yes.
But this will allow us to move the fabric.
Have you dropped the feed dogs on?
I have already. On this machine, they're at the side. So it's just a switch there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so it allows us to move the fabric in any direction.
Right, I'm just going to tell you, if you do buy this sewing machine, there it is, there, 999. You get all these feet come with it. And this is just, yesterday when Jane was doing the show with me, I was like, it does what? It does what? It does what? Fantastic sewing machine.
Yes. So, but if you've just got... any other machine, you can go out and purchase one of these for your machine. A free machine embroidery foot, sometimes they're called a hopper foot, sometimes a darning foot, because originally the technique was for darning holes in things. That's where it stems from, but now we tend to use it in a creative way. Can you see that? Yep.
Just hold it there. There you go. There you go.
So this one's clear, so we can see whatever we're tracing around as well.
Okay then.
So I'm just going to fit this, and
So you can't do free embroidery with just your normal foot that you get.
No, a few machines will cope with you just taking a foot off and not having a foot on altogether, but that's a bit scary.
Exactly. So it was that easy, was it? You just put that foot on.
Super easy. Yes, I've unscrewed.
The original one, yeah.
There we go. I can see what's on the camera there. But we've unscrewed...
You're getting used to this,
I know, yeah, that was good, wasn't it? I was really impressed. So I've unscrewed the regular foot and its shank, or foot holder, I should say. And we've just screwed this one on.
Yeah.
Just give that a tighten. The only thing we have to watch with this foot is there's a little... It's like a little paper clip on the top, and it has to be above the needle bar. Which when the needle's going up and down.
But when you buy all this, the brochure that comes with this sewing machine is incredible. Right, so now what are you going to do? So now, will you use the pedal or will you use the start-stop button?
I'm going to use the pedal because I want both of my hands on the work.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going to bring up the bottom thread, which is something you need to do.
Okay. So that's what you'd normally do when you start stitching.
When you start
bring
stitching.
Up the bottom thread.
But in particular for free machine embroidery, we need to.
You can't even see it, can you?
It's because I've used the lovely scissor, the thread cutter. On here, it's got a very short tail.
So have you got it now?
Yes, we have it now. Okay, so because we need to hang on to both of those threads.
And how do you choose the stitch then that you're going to do? Is it just a straight stitch?
Okay, good point. So I need to move. I'll put my needle back in the centre. Thank you, John.
That's right.
It was just kicked to one side from earlier. We'll go back to normal, regular straight stitch. Feed dogs down. And have
you got the speed on slow?
No.
No. But when you first start, if you need, you'd have your speed on slow. But this is one of her skills, isn't it?
Okay, so what we're going to do now, just do a couple of stitches just to secure, it's almost like making a knot. And then when I move away, I'm just following the pencil line. I don't know if you can see. I'm just going to stop with the needle down.
That's it.
Have you got something in the way? Then what I'm going to do is just nip off the threads that are just here. Okay.
0800 112 44 33. If you love this sewing machine, Elna 680 EX sewing machine, it is the top of the range. It's gorgeous. It does so many things. It's such a shame that that's... Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. That's better. Right. So you just go literally following round.
Following the pencil line. And actually, it doesn't matter with this if you're not that accurate, because they're quite sort of natural shapes, really, aren't they?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter if you wobble off the pencil line.
So because you put the feed dogs down, you can move the fabric around, but you are literally feeding it round, aren't you? You're not. It's not doing it like normally when you put a piece of fabric through. It just stitches on. It takes the fabric through, whereas you're actually feeding it sideways, forwards, backwards, and everything like that. We'll have to have a whole lesson in this because it's fascinating. But
I love to do it.
I noticed on the one you did at home, you've used variegated threads.
Yeah. That's the other thing. You can choose whatever colour, how bright you want it, or how much contrast you want.
But that one also looks thicker than this
one.
I
was going to say, I tend to, a little tip for free machine embroidery, if you go round once and then go round again, it gives it that sort of double thickness, just a little bit more.
Yes. Well, also, if you're going to be cutting it out, that's going to be your edge, isn't it? So you want it to have more than one stitch going on.
It gives it that, it won't ever come unstitched. You can choose whether to put the veins.
I was going to say, because the one you've done's got like the veins in the veins as well, which makes them very, very interesting.
You can just free form that. So normally, how are we doing for time? Do I have time to go round again? Or...
Yeah, go round again, because I'm going to... Okay. Somebody's messaged in, somebody's emailed in, or no, on the web. Was it on the web? On the web chat. Oh, right. I'll tell you how to get through on the web chat. If you go to the web, www.sewingquarter.com, you have to register your name. I did it last night. It takes 2 seconds, right? You then go to Watch Live, and then if you go to the Watch... Oh, we're going to show you now. If you go to the Watch Live page, right, all you do... Let's go in, there you go. You go underneath, at the top there is the screen. That's where you'll see me and Angie, right? And then go down to Message to Studio. You can just write a message there, and it comes straight through to Little Paul. And somebody... Who sent the message in about the ruler?
Oh,
Kim.
Message.
Oh, lovely to see Angela on the show, says Kim.
Oh, that's nice.
Can you just explain how to use the ruler? Actually, I will do. What I'll do is I'll just go and take a bit of fabric. You keep sewing. I'm just going to take a bit of fabric off here so that Angela can show you. And we won't cut it, don't worry, but we'll just show... Because Kim wants to know how this ruler works, because we showed it very quickly earlier. I mean, you can go back to that in a second.
Yes,
but just
no
show
problem.
Kim how this works.
It's okay. You want me to cut?
I don't want you to cut anything. I don't want you to cut anything. But just how would you use that ruler, like, to square off and to actually? So we won't cut it because we'll keep the blade.
No, okay. So generally, what I tend to do when fabrics come off the bolt, there's normally, like you say, they're folded in half, and I tend to keep that fold in. Your instinct is to iron it.
Yes, no, keep it, because that gives you a natural grain, doesn't it?
And then that gives you a nice, you can use that as your straight edge. Yeah. You can totally ignore, if I just spin this mat around, say if I was like this, you can then totally ignore the mat for looking at what size that you want to cut. And on the ruler here, what we can do then with the folded edge is that we can just line it up on one of the lines on the rule there. So what I would generally do is use that to begin with. If this was a brand new fresh piece of fabric straight off the bolt, line that up, and you can see how we've got more fabric this end than this end. Yeah. So I would
just take your root,
straighten this edge with the rotary cutter, and then hold it nice and tight. Yeah. Flip it over. Then that would give you a beautiful straight edge to start cutting your strips. And then if I wanted a 3-inch strip from this, can you see then I can, if this was straight...
Yes, yeah, which it isn't, because I'm not letting her cut this piece.
I could line this up then on my beautiful straight edge, ignoring the measurements on the mat, just using the rule. Whatever is underneath the rule is the width you're going to cut. So that would be a lovely 3-inch strip. And we'd cut directly
down there. There you go, Kim. That was brilliantly explained. Thank you very much indeed.
Lovely.
Right, just need you to finish off on those leaves because I need to go and do the fabrics in a second.
Okay.
So if you just look at this close to, so you've done 2 lines around. Kim, I hope that was all right for you, my love. Just do two, like we've done 2 lines around there.
It's very, the colour unfortunately that I've used there, it's blending in a little bit with this, but if I can show it this side as well, you can see it a little bit more.
Yes.
2 lines, doesn't have to be directly on top of each other, and then we're just going to cut this out.
Okay then.
Just a little tiny, a couple of mil, you know, as close as you can get without sort of getting into your stitches. Cut it out. You need some nice small embroidery scissors for this. Don't know if I'm there.
Yeah, you're fine. You keep going.
Okay.
Ginger Mike's following you. Mind you, if he follows too close, I'd be, you know, just watching.
So we just follow it round, and therefore it's nice and secure. You can wash this; it's not going to come undone. Your stitching because you've gone round it twice. But you've got that lovely naive, a little bit of a raw edge that will just fray back. I think it's a really nice technique. And of course, so you've made it. You've bought off-the-shelf fabric, but it's a way to make then something very unique. Almost there. I should have done one of the smaller ones, shouldn't I? You fancy a go then, John? Okay,
let me just show you very quickly on this one where the link, because I've got to round up in a second. But all we've done is, well, I haven't. I can't take any credit for this still. All Angie's done is cut them out, and then did you just stab stitch through or machine?
What I've done then is I've just gone on, just stitched a few stitches down one of the veins, so it's just.
Oh yeah, on the machine, on the machine. Because you've done all of that before you bagged it out.
Yes, before. Okay,
so. Let's have a look at the 2 finished cushions that Angie did, and then I'll take you through all the fabric there. That's beautiful, isn't it? I'll say thank you from over here. You can keep tidying up over there while so this is... Oh, hang on, we've had a message from Jane. Lime green. Oh, the plain one, the spring green. This is lovely. Now, if you go to the website, Jane, there are lots and lots and lots of different colours there because it's our regular range of a kind of spectrum solid fabric by Makua. Now that's in the spring green. That one. It's £3.25 for 50 centimetres, but obviously if that's £6.50 a metre, basically, isn't it? It comes in the green there, and then the graphics down here. You see. That's the black. That's the black one next to it there. We're really, I mean, they're very, very good quality cotton fabrics. Do you want me to just go through the 4 batiks here for the last time so you get to see what we've got here? We just got to see which one we want to go to first. Okay, let's start with this one then. Really gorgeous, beautiful colours. That is called Forest Fire. If you remember the names rather than the numbers, then when you get through to the call centre, it's very easy. Or you look on the web, you'll be able to see the little pictures next to it. That one is called Forest Fire. £6.95 for 50 centimetres. £2.95 P&Ps, remember, no matter how many pieces there are. Right, that's that one. Then we'll just pop into the next one. Is it this one you want to do next? Also? Yep. This is the beautiful. That is the hot pink leaf again at the bottom. Oh, there you go. At the bottom of the screen there. It's so easy. 0800 112. I tell you what, most people who are buying fabrics are ringing the call centre rather than buying on the web. So please give them a call. They know everything about all these fabrics. 0800 112 44 33. That's the hot pink leaf pattern, that one. Really gorgeous, very bold. Then I've got Rainforest, which is this beautiful. Now, my mum would love this one because it's got all her favourite colours. It's got the greens, the turquoises, the limes and the lemons in there. That's beautiful, isn't it? Gorgeous fabric. That is Forest Fire, 50 centimetres, remember, increment, £6.95. Really lovely. Last but not least is the orange. This is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. That one's the, what's that one called? Forest Fire, is that one? Forest Fire. Oh, no, that's hot orange. £6, and these 2 graphics are confusing me. Right. Thanks ever so much, Ange. We'll see you in an hour's time, won't we? Yeah. Lucy is coming up straight after this break. Look what we're going to be making in this hour, and this next hour. Ta-da! Clutch bags using gorgeous Tilda fabric. So that is with Lucy Brennan straight after this. So go nowhere. And we're going to a break now. I'll see you in 3 minutes from now. When you spend £10 on your first purchase, you will receive this free sewing kit from the Sewing Quarter worth £14.99.
The Sewing Quarter is a new, inspirational sewing and quilting channel here to help educate our viewers with some of the best designers in the business. We hope to bring you some exciting demonstrations with some of the top industry experts. We're part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multi-platform company who operate some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our first TV shopping channel adventure with Jewellery Maker to several successful magazines such as Simply Sewing, Radio Times, BBC Good Food and many more. We've been working incredibly hard to set up and bring you our new exciting channel, and we hope that we can help inspire you with new ideas and projects. Here at the Sewing Quarter, we sell fabric in all sorts of different sizes. Some will be pre-cut, but others will be specifically cut to your order. The most common measurement you'll hear us talk about here at the Sewing Quarter is your fat quarter. So the fat quarter is 22 inches across and 20 inches there. Now that's 55 centimetres by 50 centimetres, approximately there. Now fat quarters will often be sold in bundles for you, and they come looking beautiful, all lovely and folded, and it's great for storage because it doesn't look as though you've got as much fabric as you're actually getting. Lots of people prefer fat quarters to long quarters because you can cut larger pieces from your fat quarter. So this is a long quarter, and your long quarter is cut across the bolt, so it's edge to edge crossways. That is your salvage edge to edge, so we're looking at 110 centimetres across. For those of you that like your inches, that's 44 inches, and it's 25 centimetres deep, so that's what, 10 inches. So if you're looking at cutting your 2.5 inch strips, that's absolutely perfect. You'll get 4 of those out of a long quarter. So you can clearly see the difference between a fat quarter and the long quarter. So this is your ½ metre. So the ½ metre is salvage to salvage, so that's 110 centimetres or 44 inches, and then it's your ½ metre in width there. So that's going to be 50 centimetres or your 20 inches there. Now this is double a fat quarter, so if you have a fat quarter it's going to be half this, and it would just be cut down the middle there, and that would give you 2 fat quarters. It's getting bigger now. We're on to your metre. Here we go. So this is your metre of fabric. So again, edge to edge, crossways, that is your salvage. So that's 110 centimetres or 44 inches. And then this length here, that's your metre or 40 inches. Because here at the Sewing Quarter, we cut your fabric from ½ metre increments, so you can buy as much as you like. Check out our website for more details.
I've just frightened the life out of Jay, the floor manager. I'm doing a bit of acting, right? And he's going, John, you're on! John, you're on! I was doing acting, Jay. It's called acting. It's amazing what you find in it didn't work today. Amazing what you find in a lady's clutch bag, isn't it? Hello, welcome back. We are the Sewing Quarter. If you're new to us, if it's the first weekend we've been on. So if you're flicking through the channels thinking, oh, what's this? What's he doing on my telly there? Welcome to the Sewing Quarter. It's Mother's Day weekend. Fabulous guests, fabulous fabrics, fabulous everything. We want it to be innovative. We want it to be fun. We want it to be everything to do with sewing we have got here. I love my next guest. She's gorgeous. She's a bit crazy, but she's gorgeous. You'll all know her. You've been on before. You've been on this week already, haven't you? Yeah. She was on before I was, you see. Using gorgeous Tilda fabrics, which I'll take you through in a second, we've got the fabulous Lucy Brennan to make, well, they're kind of a clutch envelope, isn't it? Clutch bag envelope. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. I'll take you through the fabrics in a minute.
Hi, John.
Our first show. We're both from the northwest, aren't we? See,
we are.
We are both.
Yeah,
from the
we
west. Anyway. So first of all, the fabric's gorgeous, isn't it? Fabric's
it is
completely
really
gorgeous.
fabric.
Incredible quality, and we know you love your Tilda fabrics. We've seen all week that you've loved your Tilda fabric. But this is really cute because let me just show you. There are 3. Lucy's made 3 here. 3 different sizes. So of course you can make it to whatever size you would like, you see. It's like a lovely little summery clutch bag, isn't it? You could use for when you're going out in the evening, or if you're going, just popping out to a barbecue or garden party, just slip your keys and your phone
all
and
different
things
things.
like that.
I'm going to give some measurements for different sizes and the sizes that I've done. But this, I've used some fusible fleece in this one. And I thought that one you could use like a notebook kind of a thing, or a tablet or something, because it's that bit padded. So that might be nice.
Now that'll fit my tablet perfectly.
To stick in your bag if you go into the office or
whatever. So which one are we going to make now? We're going to make any.
We're going to make an in-between one, in between those two, so slightly bigger than this one. And then this one I've just had a little bit of fun. If you look on the other side, I've made it as if it was an envelope and put a little stamp.
You've got handmade by Lucy on there, look. Now, I think you had some of these handmade labels on your show. They've sold out already.
They've sold out.
We're getting more in. Oh, look, you've even made little...
And a little stamp.
Oh.
Yeah, just for fun. It's a fun little make. And then the smaller one, I thought that's quite handy. You could put receipts in it or anything in your bag. And I'm going to talk about directional prints as well in this show.
Yeah. Oh, my word. I love this. I love this print. I love both of them, but I really love this print.
Yeah, I really love the bees, being from Manchester. To love the bees.
The bees?
Bees are a symbol of Manchester.
Are they?
Yeah.
The Duchess of Watts had them on her wedding veil, didn't she?
It's the worker bees. Oh. From the cotton mills.
Yeah. That's why I'm looking you up and down. Worker bees. Right. So, remember, before we start, if you've got any questions for Lucy, it's so easy to get in touch. You can email studio@sewingquarter.com, or, of course, you can go onto the web, www.sewingquarter.com. You have to register. It's just your name and address. I did it. Not even your address, I don't think, but your name and your email address. Just put them on there. And then, I did it last night, and then, you did, anyway, and you put a password in, that's what you got to do. And then you can go onto the web, look at the shop and everything like that. But there's also, if you press on Watch Live Television, you go down the screen, and at the bottom of the screen is a box. You can just type your message in there, and it comes straight through to little Paul upstairs. So
we love that. We love hearing from people.
Yeah, we love hearing. Yeah, and we've gotten a bit of a launch this show as well, haven't we?
We have.
You can't see it. It's here. It's underneath my hand right here. When are you going to do it, Paul? Now? Have you got a pair already? No.
No, I don't have a pair.
I've just put my hands on it. It's a bit steamed up now. If you love gold plating, right? Do you want me to take it out? We've only got premium embroidery scissors, rose gold plating. Now, do you know, love those, Sammy Claridge, because everything she's got, like her tablet, her scissors, everything, they're all rose gold. Her watch, all rose gold. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They're premium. They're £5.95 for gold-plated scissors, and they're premium, 2.5 inches in the length. Rose gold, rose gold, rose gold. Right. Okay, what were you saying, Paul? They're supposed to be saved.
I love rose gold as well.
What'd you say? Don't open the packet. Don't open the packet.
Don't get in trouble.
Oh, let me show you. They're gorgeous.
They're gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous.
The colour is really beautiful.
But they're also sharp. They're also proper scissors. You know what I mean? They're not. Don't open it.
But it's nice to have the short blades on the scissors. That's just handy.
Well, we'll be using those in this hour then. I'll put those there then. Don't open them, they said. Right. Are they my glasses or yours? Oh, you've got yours on. Right, okay.
I wouldn't see very much if I didn't have them on.
So I'll take you through the Tilda fabrics, because you've used all the Tilda fabrics that we sent you for this project. So, go.
Okay. So to start off with, you just need 2 squares of fabric. So these ones I've cut to 14 inches. I will give you some measurements coming up in a few moments. So get a notepad and a pencil if you want to jot them down. They've all got
rehearsals, right? They came and go, I don't know. Now, get your notepads ready.
Get your notepads, because there's only a couple of measurements, very, very easy. But it's fun to be able to make the different sizes, and then people can do as they will. And of course, you can
make it your own and make your own sizes.
Now this is the fabric. Just explain the fabric. This fabric here.
2 squares of fabric. One is your outer and one is your lining.
But this one here is the Rosa Mollis teal fabric from the Bumblebee range. At £7.95 for 50 centimetres. That is lovely, isn't it? And look at the little bumblebee, the attention to detail. I will go through all the different colours with you in a second. Remember, this is from Mother's Day weekend. It's not Mother's Day this weekend, obviously. It's things you can make for the Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, you'll have people in a panic, won't you?
Yes, no, exactly. Have people in a panic.
Don't worry.
And then there's this other print here. We'll get that up in a second,
yeah. It's that way around.
Oh, you've got something on both. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. I'll tell you all about the fabrics in a second because we'll get started. But I love that print. But that, you've actually, I'll let you describe because you've cut that on the bias.
Well, I've cut this on the bias because when you're constructing the bag, would you mind passing me this one here?
Which one do you want?
That one, yeah. Lovely. When you're constructing the bag, the inside is going to face one way and this bit under here will be going a different way. And you can see from the outside here, this demonstrates it really well. The fabric's directional, so it runs along the selvage.
Right.
Across. Straight.
Yes. So it's like stripes going across the fabric.
It's straight.
Yes,
this fabric isn't on the bias, it's straight.
Right.
So when I've made this one and I've come to fold it, if I turn it this way, on the back is then upside down.
Right.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
So I've made this one intentionally to show you that if you cut the fabric straight, when you're making the bag, part of it will end up upside down.
Right, okay, because you haven't done seams. If you've done different seams...
Yes, because of the way that it's constructed,
yes.
because of how it's folded. So on this small one, I wasn't too fussed that bit's upside down. I'm okay with that. Yeah. And then on the sides, those 2 little bits are upside down, but you can hardly see.
No, well, I haven't even noticed. You haven't pointed it out.
No, well, exactly. And then the front and the bottom is going the right way.
Yes.
But I wouldn't want people to get it home and be upset that it was going the wrong way. Okay. So to counter that, if you're using it for the lining, because obviously if you use it on the outside, the back is going to be upside down.
Yes.
But if you use it for the lining, you can cut your square on the bias. Right. So that the print is running
need to show us
straight.
How.
I'm happy to do that. Yeah, do you want to grab me
Do you want me to grab you
grab me some of that fabric and I'll show you. So that on the lining then, when you open up the bag, then it's going the right way.
Okay, now
it's
you
not
can't cut
upside down
this.
on the lining.
You can't cut this, but you can show us how you actually cut on the bias, because it's an art to itself, isn't it? And then we will get on with the bag, I promise.
The selvage is the edge of the fabric, and on one side it normally has the writing, tells you what the fabric is. And so it's running from selvage to selvage across.
If you're interested in this fabric, sorry to interrupt, this is the Sunny Park, it's the Bumblebee range, it's called Sunny Park, and it's the golden colour by Tilda. There's a lot to remember there. Sunny Park is the pattern, Bumblebee range is the actual range it comes from, and the colour is golden. Okay, right, so.
Okay, so if you were going to cut it straight, you'd just go from the edge and you just cut a square like that, wouldn't you? But when you're going to cut on the bias, what you want to do is line up on your ruler. There's a 45-degree angle.
We should have got to get a plain fabric, but you see there's a line. Right, so there's a line there. You can. I don't know if you can see that. That says. There you go, 45 degrees and a line running through the ruler. Actually, do you know what? Can I just do this?
Yeah.
No, that won't work. Okay.
You've got 3 different angles on this ruler. So you've got 60, 45 and 30. Yeah. And that's really useful if you're cutting triangles or if you want something at an angle.
You line up
the 45-degree angle on the edge of the fabric.
Yes.
I'm doing it the wrong way around.
Oh, would you do it on the selvage? Let's do it properly so we don't confuse it.
Yeah.
So from the selvage edge, you put the 45-degree angle that's on the ruler. This ruler, £15.95.
And then if you cut along that line, then you've got the right angle. It's not
the correct angle.
The correct angle to then line up and cut a square.
Okay.
From that. So I just make the one cut using the 45-degree and then use that edge to cut out my square.
Because in my day, what you do is you get the fabric and then you'd have to do that.
Yes.
And then you'd have to draw your square on the fabric. Like, it's the same thing as that, but using
It's just easy to use that mark on the ruler
All right,
to
then.
cut it
So,
out there.
where are we up to? While you do that, I'm going to put this next bit back. So you have to explain what you're doing next.
So in the different bags, I've used different interfacing just to give the bag some structure. So on the larger one, I've used a fusible fleece.
Right.
And actually what I did was quilt the outer part before I constructed it.
Right.
Just to give it a little bit more texture on the outside.
So, if we, so we're pretending this is the outside
So
one.
this is the outer one.
So if you wanted to do the same thing on this one.
You'd put some fusible on the outer, then quilt it, not with the lining on.
Just right at the very beginning.
Just right at the very beginning. And you could use that, with those two, I've just used fusible interfacing.
Yes.
So just iron-on interfacing. Yes. And you could quilt it if you were using the interfacing as well.
Yes,
if you wanted
exactly.
to.
Yeah, but it's all about what you want, isn't it? It's just personal to you, really.
Absolutely.
Isn't it? Yes.
So on this one, on the lining, I've fused some
can I
of
just
the...
make a if you did, is it called cross-hatching?
Cross-hatching, you could do,
it would look like one of those like Sloane Rangery bags, wouldn't it?
Would.
That you see all the... Anyway, that's just me going off on a tangent. I'll shut up.
So I've ironed on some fusible fleece onto the lining of this one, and if I'm not quilting it, I've put the interfacing, whatever interfacing I'm using, on the lining. I just prefer to do it that way. So I've got my square of my lining with interfacing on, and then the outer square with just the fabric.
All these fabrics we're using at the moment, they're all gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Tilda fabrics, which you're loving. I'm not sure what's going to pop up next, but we'll carry on making the bag, and then I'll take you through all the fabric. In a minute, I'll take you through all the fabrics. We're putting the fabrics up sporadically, but we will go through all of them, because you're like, oh, which is that one? Because the ginger and the golden are very close and things like that. So I'll go through all of them with you in a sec. Ah! What gorgeous! Look at this ruler. Look! Ah! That is gorgeous. What a dinky little ruler. What do you use that
adorable. For? You can use that for cutting out smaller squares, or just for a measurement, you know, just to...
If you did could you use it to cut out patchwork?
Yeah, yes.
2.5 by 2.5 inches, that's what... there you go, 6.4 centimetres, £4.45. Oh, I love it. You know what? I'd buy all these rulers, just have them hanging on the wall as a decoration.
I know, yeah.
Anyway, sorry,
they are lovely.
I'll behave.
The longer ruler is sort of the staple.
Yeah, everybody says
use that all the time.
With that one,
but then once you've got that one and you realise how useful rulers are, you start sort of building a collection. So I do have one of these.
So right, what are you doing now?
So what we're going to do is we're going to mark. We're going to cut off a corner from the 2.5-inch mark. So we've got a fabric pen.
Oh yes, Jay. Where's the fabric pen?
Or just a little pencil
got one in here.
Something.
No, I haven't got one here. No. I'm afraid, Jay.
Don't worry. I'll just wing it. It's fine. But I'm using this to just demonstrate what I'm doing.
Yes.
So you want to do a little mark 2.5 inches.
Which is why you've got the 2.5 inches.
So just there, 2.5 inches down, 2.5 inches down on each side.
Yeah.
And we're going to just cut the triangle piece off of there.
Using a ruler, or using you couldn't cut it with a ruler, could you? Using a pair of scissors or a rotary cutter.
I use a rotary cutter just for speed, so I'm just going to mark
I'll show you the rotary cutters in a second.
And there, so that's 2.5. And then from that mark there to there, get it like that.
Okay, I'll show you the details for this rotary. Are you going to do it straight away?
I'm going to do it, yeah. I'm just going to lob it off.
Live on telly.
Like
That's the rotary cutter, £14.95 there. 45mm blade, that one is. That's your favourite size, that one, isn't it? I heard you causing a fuss earlier.
Yes, I did cause a fuss.
We were going to use a different rotary cutter in this house. Like, I am not diva. I am diva. I am not using that one, little girl. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but she just likes that's her favourite.
Yeah, anyway, that is my favourite. It's the handiest one.
So you cut the corner off both of them?
Cut the corners off both of them. I'm going to give you the measurements now, just so if people want to make the different sizes. Okay.
You got your pen ready?
This one is the 14-inch square, and the corner that I've cut off is 2.5 inches. Okay, if you want to make the smallest one, you need a 9-inch square, and the corner that you cut off is 2 inches. So you're marking... The points that you're marking are at 2 inches. Okay. So that's a 9-inch square. You're marking 2 inches to cut the corner off.
Okay, and
the next one up is a 12.5-inch square, and again you're marking 2 inches.
Say that again, sorry.
12.5-inch square, and you're marking 2 inches for the corner.
Okay, loads of people messaging in. Do you know what I'm going to have to do just for 1 second, Lucy, is go and show people the fabrics because they're desperate to see.
Okay, let me just do the last measurement.
Oh, yeah, sorry, is there another one?
For the largest one, 18 inches, and you're going to mark your corner at 3.5
Oh, of course, right, okay, sorry.
Okay, so that one's 3.5 inches your corner. So the bigger you go, the bigger you want your corner to
sorry,
mark.
I didn't mean to cut you off
okay,
there.
that's fine.
Right. Here we go. These are all the fabrics, so you're all desperate. That's what we're making, right? That's what we're making at the moment. The kind of 3/4 size we're making, one that you're not seeing there. But these fabrics, no wonder you're going crazy about the fabric, right? So let's start off with, they're all in the Bumblebee range, aren't they, these little poems? Right, the pink, the pink one. Now this one's got a different name, hasn't it? This one's the, I can't see the screen there. Sunny Park Pink Fabric Sunny Park. This is called, do you know what? I shouldn't really do this, but I love this. Look at that fabulous colour. Now, you see, the trouble is, not the trouble, but you can't feel it, you can't touch it, you can't, it's just sensational, right? The quality of Tilda cotton, isn't it, Lucy? The quality of Tilda is just fantastic quality. This is £7.95 for 50 centimetres. £16, just shy of £16 for a metre there. For top quality. So that is the pink fabric, Sunny Park from the Bumblebee range in the Tilda. That's stunning, right? So which one do you want to do next then, Paul? Right, so then go to the other Sunny Park ones, because we've got 4 Sunny Park ones. We've got the pink, which I've just shown you there. We've got the green, we've got ginger here. It's a very orangey ginger, that, isn't it? But that's the ginger one. It's more like paprika. That's more like a paprika, but that's the ginger. They're all the same price, so it's fine. You just need to know which colour you want best. That one's there is the ginger. I wouldn't try remembering the item code. Just when you get through to the call centre, just say the ginger Sunny Park, and that's the one that you want there. Then moving from the ginger, we've got 2 other colours. Let's just see which one little Paul's going to go to first. Yep, just bearing with you, little Paul. It's not little Paul, it's the graphics. It's all a bit higgledy-piggledy. But it doesn't matter, as long as you get to see the fabric and you buy the fabric. Golden's over here. Golden's this one over here. 0800, just dial the number, speak to the call centre. This is the golden one, right? The golden one. 0800 112 44 33 is your phone number. Again, the colour, the quality, everything about this is gorgeous. Don't worry, we are going back to Lucy in a minute, but I want you to see all the fabulous, fabulous fabrics. So that is the golden one. Then we've got the green one. There must be a green one coming up next, Paul, if you can find that one on the... But I like this because they've used sort of different colours for their little... It's like... an orangery, isn't it? Or a kind of lovely little garden. Yeah, of course it's a word. Have you not been to Kew Gardens, little Paul? You go to the orangery there. In fact, our friend Debbie, she's got an orangery at her house. Oh, okay, so we're not going to the green one. But if you want the green one, just ring the call centre, say you want the green one. Right, then we're going to the Bumblebee flower ones here. These are really, really pretty. And I've got this in 3 colourways. Golden first. This is the golden one. That's beautiful, isn't it? Now, I don't know how we distinguish between these two because they're both green. We just need to find out. It's the Rosa Mollis, because the Rosa is obviously the type of rose there, with the little bumblebee in the Bumblebee range. £7.95 for 50 centimetre. That's golden. And what's the other 2 colours called, Paul? Oh, okay. Well, we'll go back to Lucy and we'll sort that out. We'll just go back to Lucy because we've just got beginner issues with the graphics. So
the golden's gorgeous. Though.
They're all. Well, the thing is, how do you choose?
I know.
Too much choice.
And that pink.
Yeah. Oh, the pink. I love the pink as well. Right.
Really
so okay.
Nice.
So we got. You don't get me with it. Somebody's asked if you get the presenter with the fabric. Sadly not.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just embellish this a little bit.
Right.
I like the idea of making it look like an envelope on the front.
Okay.
It's just a bit of fun. You don't need to do it. You can skip this step if it's not something that you're interested in.
Right.
So what I've done...
You could do any, you could do appliqué, you could do any
You could do anything.
anything.
You could actually write somebody's name on it. If you've got any kind of a label, or you could write on a plain piece of fabric and appliqué that on. You can do anything.
Mother's Day, you put a heart, do a lovely heart, couldn't you? And
yes,
things like that. Anyway,
flowers, anything you like. So these quilt labels won't fray.
Right.
So I can just stitch around that. And,
how do you know where to put it?
Right. Okay, that's a very excellent point.
Well, I just wouldn't know why they were.
You're quite right. So the corner that we've chopped off, that's your bottom. That's going to be the bottom part.
Right.
So not the flap. It's going to be
the actual
bottom underneath. So it'll look like that.
So that's the cut-off bit there. It's very confusing, this one, for me.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, that's fine.
It's
so
very easy to sew.
Yeah.
It's easy to sew.
So that's the inside your envelope, the square bit. Okay.
So this little bit I'm doing now is almost the trickiest bit, because we're just guesstimating. Okay. So if you take it this way and you fold your bottom that's been chopped off.
So you sort of make it into the envelope.
So you sort of make it into the envelope. Yeah. And you are going to have seams there, so you're going to lose a little bit. But then I just turn it over.
So you can.
I
see.
Okay, that's sort of where the stamp would be. That's sort of where the address would be.
Okay.
And do it like that. So this is just if you would like to embellish. What I've done here is use the pinking shears, which I just grabbed.
Oh, pinking shears! We sell pinking shears. We'll get the graphics working for pinking shears. Because
you can't just cut out the fabric. It'll just fray.
Yes,
That's a look of itself. You could
but
do
you
that
don't
if
want
you
that. But this is so neat. You don't want this to fray.
Yeah, and also it makes it look
pinking shears. I've got them here.
It makes it look more like a stamp. Well, does stamps still? They do, don't they? The sticky ones that you peel off.
They have a funny thing now that we can't peel them off because half of it comes off now. Not that I ever would do. £14.95. They are the gorgeous pinking shears. Now they're really, really lovely. Apparently they glide beautifully. Anyway.
But so like the stamps, proper stamps that you used to lick,
days,
you know, that you peeled off, had that sort of edge. So it's a twofold. It looks like a stamp, and it won't fray because you cut it with the pinky shears. So what I've done is I've just fussy cut a little, one of the little trees.
What did you call
from
it?
this fussy cut.
Which means?
Fussy cut is where you choose which bit of the fabric you want to focus on.
Oh, you won't know this because this was a practice one where we used the see-through bowl to find the floral bit that we were doing when we did that round appliqué.
Yes.
And you could look through a bowl to see where the glass was. That wasn't live with me. That was live when we did a rehearsal.
We did a rehearsal of it, didn't we?
So,
so anything see-through is really, really helpful. I mean, I just went for it with a pair of scissors.
Well, you could do that as well.
You know, but if you knew what size something was, and this is where these also come in really handy. If you know what size the thing is that you want, say you know it's got to fit within a 1-inch square or something. So then I can see, oh, that bit fits in really nicely there in that 1-inch square. Okay. Whereas if I just cut that, it would look
and you don't want to miss it because it's going to look very odd, isn't it? If you suddenly have a square, people won't realise it's meant to be a stamp then.
Yeah, so let's sew.
So you're going to sew those
I'm just going to sew round the edges there and on there just to hold those in place.
While you do that, we've got some messages, haven't we, little Paul? Barbara's messaging. Hello, Barbara, my love. Does the long ruler include a seam allowance? Well, it's up to you, I suppose. You can answer
It doesn't include a seam allowance. It's got a 1/4 inch on the side. The measurements I've given you for this, you don't need to worry about seam allowances. You just cut the squares to the size that I've said. But whatever, you have to look at the pattern of whatever you're doing and see whether it says include seam allowance or doesn't.
Or if you're making it up like this, so you want it 14 inches, you then add your 2 seam allowances on.
Usually, if you've got cutting instructions, the cutting instructions will include the seam allowance. So whatever you're cutting on this, the measurement is correct. You shouldn't need to add a seam allowance.
But if you're making something like this, that you're doing it a la Lucy, then you cut it and add your seam allowance to it. If you want the finishing to be 14 inches, you cut it with the seam allowance.
No, you cut the square at 14 inches. Cut the square at 14 inches.
Even if you want your bag to be 14 inches?
If you want your bag to be 14 inches, it's funny because it's on the...
Oh, right.
It's on the
side,
the
bag might be slightly different, but if you're... Like when we did the cushion earlier, we wanted it to be 14 inches by 14 inches, so we cut it 15 inches to include the seam allowance. Anyway, thank you. Good question. Good question. Hello, Kathleen, my love. Hello, Angela. Hello, Diane. Hello, Anita. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Pauline. Hello, Alison. All these people have sent in messages. They're all loving the show. I haven't got time to read them all out, but thank you so much indeed. Right, okay, so have you not finished yet?
No, I haven't started because I've not got a foot pedal.
Oh, what's the matter?
Where is it? Oh, there it is. It was just hiding.
Oh, okay, then.
There we go. I can start now.
You sure?
I'm pressing the button.
Have you done this before?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Let me just pop that down.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry.
Just tidy up a little bit, friend, here. Right, this gorgeous sewing machine that Lucy is using. Fantastic machine. £999. Go to the website and have a look. It's the Elna 680 while we watch Lucy stitch that. So you're just using the straight stitch with the machine, the needle in the middle of the...
Yeah, I'm just doing it in the middle, just going
round.
Yeah.
How did you get your name on the label?
That's how the label comes. Oh, on the other one?
Yes.
I stamped it.
Oh, you got a stamp?
I should have used a darker colour. I had an alphabet, you know, I just had an alphabet set.
Have you got everything in your craft room?
I just stamped my name pretty much, yeah.
That could become your label, couldn't it, when you, if you make things for people?
Yes, yeah.
It's got gorgeous little... so you ordered that handmade label and then you stamped your name on it?
And then I just stamped my name on it, yeah. You could write it on.
Do whatever you like.
You could sew it on, yeah. You can do whatever you like.
That's nice. That won't wash off that writing then when you've stamped that.
It shouldn't do.
Okay.
No.
Right. Okay. So we've attached. Have you done the stamp as well?
No, I haven't brought that with me. So I've done that one,
right.
And then have we got those little scissors?
Oh, they're gorgeous little rose gold scissors.
Thank you. Snip that off. Snip that off, and then I'll just do the stamp.
There you go. If you love these scissors, they're gorgeous, aren't they? They are rose gold plated, little embroidery scissors there. At 2.5 inches, they're £5.95. They're cute, aren't they? Not only are they a lovely little scissor, they're also rose gold plated. TXGQ69, beautiful little scissors, and as Lucy said, the blade is a really nice, and also it gives you even with my big fat sausage fingers. See what I mean? They've given you plenty of room to get your finger and your thumb through there. They're lovely. They're definitely. Oh no, not yet. They're definitely going home with me. Those. Right. So hang on. We're halfway through the show.
If I don't get them first.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you come off air before. Oh no, we come off air at the same time. So we're fighting for these. Okay. So we've just gone round the label, and we're now going round the pretend stamp.
Yeah.
With the pinking shears that we cut with pinking shears. Pinking shears almost like zigzagging the edge, isn't it, to stop them fraying too much in the future. Yeah.
And I love this machine with the needle down function as well, because when you're pivoting, that's
do you know what?
fabulous.
I did a show with Jane yesterday. You know, Jane from Elna.
I was watching you. I was at home watching.
Yes,
I
you should have been. Lorraine and Leslie, loving the show. Thank you, Lorraine and Leslie. It's so good to see. Do you know what? I'm going to be totally honest with you. We thought this week, being our first week, that we'd have 1 or 2 viewers, right? We have been inundated, absolutely inundated, with people buying, people messaging, people commenting. It's fantastic. We're so glad that you're loving the Sewing Quarter.
Yeah,
right.
It's really nice, and really nice to be building that community as well. And
meeting people like me, you're supposed to say.
And meeting you was a real thrill.
Not anymore. It was on the first day.
Then I got to know you, and I was like, oh, well.
Thanks. Isn't it funny? They've all got so lippy since we started.
No, I'm completely joking. Okay, so I've just embellished that with little stamp there and the little label.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put these right sides together.
Yeah.
Matching up the corners.
Oh, so that really is the difficult work, doing the embellishment, isn't it? Because
that's just that's the longest bit, and then.
Right, so what are you going to do now? Pin around the corners.
Pin the corners.
We sell these pins. These are glass-headed pins, aren't they?
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I love the glass-headed pins.
By all means, go to the website and see the pins. Now, Jennifer was saying yesterday that she loves the glass-headed pins because they're long, they're very long pins, they're good to work with, and also because they're glass-headed, if you iron over them by accident, they don't melt like the plastic ones. There you go, £3.95. They're called hemline quilters, glass head pins. There's 100 of them. They're 45mm in length. £3, and pop them in your basket. Pop them in your basket along with your order. That's
I think as well, because we're such we're very tactile people using fabric all the time, and the glass head pins just feel lovely. They really feel quality. Is that strange? Why are you looking at me?
Right, okay. Where are you sewing now?
Okay, so now I'm going to sew all around the edges, apart from this straight bit that we cut.
Oh, okay.
Apart from the corner bit that we cut.
Okay.
We're going to leave that open so that we can turn it through.
Okay. So you're going to go all around the edges.
So I'm going to go all around the edges. I'm going to leave roughly about 1/4 inch from the top. That's where I'm going to start this line down here.
Okay.
So that when I turn, I've got a little bit of seam to turn under.
Do you mind if I leave you and go and look at the fabrics while
No,
you're doing
I don't
that?
mind at all. Can I just say, if you're new, you could draw a line, draw a 1/4 inch line across the top there, and that'll be your starting and stopping point.
So you remember to do it when you get, it's all right, you'll remember at the starter, but then when you get all the way around, you'll forget and keep going. Yeah. Would you like to look at the fabrics again? Should we go and look at the fabrics, little Paul? Oh, they're not all back yet, so I'm not sure what Jay's up to. He's obviously gone for an extended tea break today. So let's start with Paul. Yep. Okay, let's talk about the floral ones. These are the rose ones. They've got lovely little bumblebees, and it's almost like a dog rose, isn't it, there? It's a really, really beautiful design. That comes in the gold. That's the gold one there. Now, remember, this is Tilda cotton. You know the quality of Tilda fabrics. You know the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. The feel of it is just, and to work with it, isn't it, Lucy? To work with the Tilda fabric, a good quality cotton like that is amazing. This is the Rosa mollis, which I'm presuming must mean dog rose in Latin. Golden fabric from the Bumblebee range by Tilda. Now, remember, we sell in half-metre increments. So it's £7.95 for half a metre. So if you wanted a metre, it would be just less than £16, wouldn't it, for the metre? Only 1p, no matter how many pieces you put in your basket, whether it's fabric, sewing machine, scissors, rulers, whatever. It's only £2.95 post and packaging day. How do you buy, you're asking? Well, it's so simple. You can either dial this number here, 0800 112 4433. That will take you straight through to our call centre, UK-based call centre, who are ready for your calls. They've been trained by Derek with the upside down ears. You know what I mean, don't you? Or, if you don't want to talk to anybody, you can go to the web, www.sewingquarter.com, and look on the web there. But remember, when you're buying fabrics, when it says quantity, somebody speeded up on the machine, one quantity is 50 centimetres. So if you want a metre, you order 2 quantity. If you want a metre and a half, you order 3. Now, we've moved on to the green. Now, what's the next colour, Paul? Can you tell me? Because I don't know if it's that one or that one for green. This is definitely the green. This is the green one here. Again, all you need to do is just speak to the call centre and say, I want the green floral one that John was talking about with Lucy in the 9 o'clock hour. Really, really beautiful. The quality is out of this world. Do you know what? You don't have to make what Lucy's making out of it. You can make anything out of these. Well, what else would you use for all these fabrics to make out of this? What went through your mind, Lucy, about what you might make with this fabric?
Lots of things. You could do bags, quilt. I mean, it would be beautiful in a quilt. Cushions would be lovely.
Apron. I think a lovely apron in these, because beautiful fabrics. Okay, so we'll move on from the green to the last rose one. Teal. Teal, they've called that. Now, I would call it a very, very peppermint green, a soft peppermint green, just so you get, because teal would be more bluey, wouldn't it? That's a gorgeous, gorgeous, soft pepperminty green there. Absolutely beautiful. So those are the 3 Rosa mollis collection there for £7.95 for 50 centimetres, right? Then let's move on to the, these are gorgeous. They've got they kind of got an oriental feel to them, haven't they, the pattern on this fabric?
They do. Is it like a pagoda?
Well, a pagoda's tall, isn't it? That's when I was saying the orangery earlier.
It's got that sort of feel
They've got that, well, it's the roofs on the building have got that little turn up, you know, like Aladdin's shoes at the end, like that. Right, so we'll start off with the gold. Yeah, gold, this is the gold one. So the gold one has got like a very pale blue pattern on it, but it is absolutely stunning. I can't tell you how the quality, the absolute quality of this of this. Isn't that lovely? Look at that with the pale blue design on it. Really, really lovely. So that is Sunny Park golden fabric. Again, it's from the Bumblebee range for half a metre, £7.95. I'll take you through the colours though. I'll take you through the colours. That's the gold. Though the graphics will say there. So all you need to do is ring the call centre and ask for the colour that you want. So that one's gold. This one here is green. Beautiful, beautiful, rich, rich green. Now, the building on that one is, as you build the building, the pictures of the building are all pink. You see, that would be like cherry blossom trees, wouldn't it? They're like lovely cherry blossom trees. Moving over to this one, this is called ginger. This one's called ginger. Let me just straighten that up for you there. That's really gorgeous there, with the tealy blue pattern on it. And then my favourite, I know we're not allowed favourites. This is my favourite, this pink is out of this world, isn't it? Again, now the graphics won't change. All you need to do is ring the call centre 0800 112 4433 and you can just say, oh, the pink pagoda one, please. That'd be lovely. It's Golden Park from Bumblebee range in Tilda. Love it. Love it. Right, Joanne, my love. Oh, Joanne wants to know about the embroidery scissors. Oh, okay, what, not those, you mean? Oh, the stalk ones, the heron ones, the stalk ones. We've got those for sale in the next hour. Anne in Cheshire. Oh, I'm from Cheshire. And they'll be back in the next hour, my love. They will be back in the next hour to buy those. In the meantime, we've got the rose gold plated. Oh, so many words to remember, aren't there? So early in the morning. Here they are. They're gorgeous, these. They're launched today. We've launched these, and we're not supposed to. We weren't supposed to. They're lovely. 2.5 inch rose gold embroidery scissor. There you go. Now, apparently, Diva, that's going to be your nickname now, Diva Lucy.
Oh, no.
Diva means Chester, which is where I'm from. Roman name's Chester.
That's where my nan lives, Chester.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I bet I went... Did I go to school with her? Did I go to school with you, Nan?
She's 98.
Yeah, almost. Almost. Right,
Hi,
okay.
Nan.
Hello, Nan. I am only 39.
Okay, so I'm going to just trim the corners off this.
Mine to the corners,
I'm going to turn it through. So I'm just going to use
with the pinking shears,
because that's what I've got here. Easy enough.
They're nice and sharp.
You can even go in on the side as well, just to trim that down a little bit.
Now, why would you use pinking shears for the corner?
Well, I always use pinking shears if I'm doing curves, because it just cuts into it really nicely. I'm just doing
pinking
it now
shears
because
there. They're called hemline pinking shears. Those 21.5 centimetres, £14.95, 8.5 inches in the length. Those.
So
do you want to give that to me?
Well, I just tidy up because that's what I'd like to do. Be nice and neat, So, so I've just trimmed those corners. I'll give you something to do in a minute. Would you like a job? You could get the iron out for me. That would be helpful. So
I know my place.
Turning this through that section that we left open, so that bit that we didn't sew. And this is just giving me a job because it's got that fusible fleece in it there. So I'll turn.
So hang on, so we're turning that one through.
Yes, and get my special.
So now, why did you choose these? Did you choose these? Oh, yeah, there it is.
It's there.
That's my Derek the Dobber, that.
The Dobber, yeah.
They took that off me, you see. Because
I
used it. I did use it. I was pointing at the viewers with it, you see.
It's very
and they didn't
rude.
like me pointing at the viewers. Didn't mind, but the viewers...
anyway,
so you're just pushing... Now, what you're doing is pushing out each of the corners, isn't you?
Yeah.
We all, at college, we always used to use our scissors to do that. We also used to get told off because the point of the scissors would go through.
I've done it. I've been at the very end of a project, final last thing to turn through. I've done it with a pair of scissors and rip, literally cut through the fabric. It's devastating.
But you could use your pinking shears because they're blunt on the end. They're squared off.
But they're too big. It's too big, and you can't get into the corner with them really.
I'm just trying to do a John Scott.
You can use a knitting needle. You can use a chopstick.
One chop.
You can use a crochet needle, end of a fine crochet needle. If it's blunt, that's fine to use.
They're all picking on me in the gallery. They're saying you're not in Hollywood now, John. Angelina Jolie. Would she pick on? Would you speak to Angelina Jolie like that? Well, yes, I did actually.
So anyway, turn that through.
Oh, it's got a nice quality to it.
It has. It's got a really nice texture to it, and so that's lovely for if you've got something that you want to protect. you know, to use a bit of wadding or a bit of fusible fleece.
Like my reputation, you mean? The gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Tilda fabrics we've got this show. This is Lucy Brennan. She's making us a lovely little clutch bag. Right, okay, this is important now. It's important now. So in the corner...
Important. So the bit that we didn't sew, we're just going to turn that. So we left that little bit of a 1/4 inch, and we're just going to turn those two under to create our seam.
Yeah. Now, will you top stitch that or will you hand stitch that?
I am going to top stitch.
Okay.
So what's really important is that we give that a nice neat press so that that's really firmly, you know, stuck, because it just pops out otherwise. So I'll do that now. Just chuck it under.
I'm not pressing. It's not called ironing, Paul. It's called pressing. You've got to learn these things, little Paul. We don't iron fabric, we press fabric like this.
Yeah.
So do we iron clothes then? I don't know the difference.
I don't know.
No, well, no. There's one iron clothes, I should say.
One does, yeah.
So you're going to give the whole thing a press while you're there as well?
I do iron my fabric before I start a project most of the time. And then everything else I just sort of give a press. Yeah, and you want to press each side so that's nice and
you are watching, yes, there is a loose thread there. We'll chop that off with the little scissors in a minute. You're watching Sewing Quarter, our first ever weekend, our first weekend live with you. You are loving the show. We're getting lots and lots of messages from you. We are celebrating Mother's Day weekend. It's not Mother's Day this weekend, so please, please, please don't be sitting there thinking, oh, I've forgotten to get anything. Somebody else wants to see the rose gold scissors. Here they are. This is a launch today, just especially for Lucy. Aren't they lovely? They're 2.5 inches. They are premium embroidery scissors in the rose gold, £5.95. Add them to your order. You only pay 1p, remember, for the whole day.
So can I borrow those for this
now,
loose
thread? As I said,
Thank you.
If you buy anything, scissors, fabric, rulers, sewing machine, it's still £2.95 a day, post and packaging, no matter what you buy. You can always get in touch. You can email us at studio@sewingquarter.com, studio@sewingquarter.com, or of course you can send us a live message to the studio via the web. You just go to the page where it says watch us live, and at the bottom there's a little box that just says send message to studio. Have you finished it, or will you be using it again?
You
look a bit confused. You're all right.
No, yeah, I'm all right. I'm just trying to...
I'll leave it where it is.
Just leave it where it is for now.
Right.
So we're just going to top stitch all the way around.
You're going to top stitch all so that's edges. Why you can top stitch that seam.
All the edges, so top stitch that seam, and I start with that one.
Yes, so it's done.
So that it's done and you don't need to think about it, yeah.
Right, oh now, do you know what? These are getting very, very popular. Be careful you don't miss out. We're not even supposed to have launched them today, but we did because for Lucy. We've got, who has? One person, we can't tell you the name, we can't tell you the name, we don't know the name, but one lady or gentleman has bought 3 pairs of those. They make a lovely present. They make a really lovely, £5.95 for rose gold scissors, rose gold plated scissors. They're lovely. I bet one of those is Sammy Claridge, actually. I bet you any money she's rung in and bought those because she loves rose gold. Remember, it's just 1p for the whole day. Oh, now also, remember, with your first order over £10, you get a free present, a free gift, I've got to tell you. You get this lovely, lovely sewing kit. I'm going to open it, don't you worry. £10. You have to spend £10 on your first purchase. You get that for free. Now, you get all of that fabulous, fabulous thread, needles, tape measure, safety pins, seam ripper, everything. And that gorgeous little embroidery kit. For your first, somebody's just asked what's the little ruler in the background. Oh, there it is. So little I couldn't see it. No, Paul. This is the Alpha quilting rule. Non-slip, 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, that's 6.4 centimetres, at £4.45. Now, I love the fact that all the rulers have got little holes in the top there. Yeah, now, little Paul wants to decorate the studio with those, but do you have yours hang? Are you like a man, you know, like in a man cave when they have a picture of a hammer and it goes there and a picture of a pair of pliers and it goes like that?
I wish I was. I don't have a craft room. I have a corner of the dining room is where I sew.
Oh.
So mine are just stacked up, but I am thinking about getting one of those pegboards. I think they're really nice.
Yes,
and then you can hang your rulers
so
up
no
nicely
chance
on
of an
there.
extension then into the garden?
No chance of an extension, no. Maybe one day.
You know, and she's got a whole room built and set up for her and everything, yeah? She's got a table and everything.
Yeah,
right, this gorgeous fabric you see here, this is, Tilda, gorgeous Tilda fabric from the Bumblebee range. There you go. Now, they're all £7.95 for a 50-centimetre piece. Tilda, what does Tilda mean? Quality, gorgeousness, fabulous designs. Really, really. I mean, I have to be your hands and your basically your hands to tell you how good the quality is of this fabric. That one that we're showing there is this one on the screen right now, the teal-coloured Rosa Mollis. But I'll go through them all again before the end of the show, so don't worry if you think you've missed out. You haven't. I'll go through all of them in a second. They're all £7.95 for 50 centimetres. Right, so we've stitched all around the
so we've
outside.
just done a top stitch all the way round. That's closed up now.
Yeah. So make a nice placemat there.
And then a bit odd with the
No,
corner
because then
missing.
it doesn't fall off the table, does it? Anyway.
So now we're going to put it together, and it's just 2 seams. That's all it is.
Oh.
So the flat part folds
So hang
up.
on. So you've got this is the outside of the bag.
Outside is facing up.
Yeah.
And then we just fold this over. So that's that flat bit.
Yeah.
And we're matching that part there to make this diagonal.
So what have you just created
to make
there?
this seam here.
Okay then. You're going to sew that.
So it's the flat part, this part here, is going across, right sides together of the outside is going over to that corner, and I'm going to sew along that seam. So just from here along to here.
Would you pin them or wonder clip that to hold it in place?
I would probably wonder clip it. It's probably easier, but well, it depends. If you've used the interfacing, you could pin. If you've used the fusible fleece,
wonder
you
clips
might
in the
want
next
to
hour,
wonder
in the
clip.
next show.
I've got some.
Oh, have we? Oh, you got some there?
I've got some there.
Oh, I didn't know you had those.
I came
Sneaks
prepared.
in there. Have you been nicking things out
so
of
that's
Angie's
handy.
trolley?
No, that was in my trolley.
There you go, wonder clips, 10 of them. One's a different colour to the rest. Wonder why one's a different... Oh, no, it's just on back to front, look. They're all the same, but they're just all different.
Because someone's been using it.
At £7, you won't get this pack. This is our pack for the studio. £7.95 there for 10 Clover Wonder Clips. They're lovely, aren't they?
And that will just help
how would you
hold
use them?
it
Just show
as
me how
you're
you'd use
sewing.
them.
Yeah, sure.
While you do that, I could do your hair.
So just like that, I know, yeah. I have in emergency situations put Wonder Clips in my children's hair. Yeah.
That's just the boys.
I don't know what kind of an emergency it was.
Getting them to a school bus, I would imagine.
Yes.
Right, okay.
So I will just say I've switched over the foot on the sewing machine. I actually did that earlier, but at this point it's crucial. You really want to use your walking foot. If you have one, if you've used the fusible fleece or if you've used wadding.
Why?
Because we've got
It's lots of layers
lots
together.
of layers. So it's 4 layers of fabric, 2
Plus
layers of the interfacing.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're using just the fusible standard fusible interfacing, you don't need a walking foot. But if it's something that's got a loft to it, that's going to be much easier.
And you just take the clips out as you go along.
Just take them out as you go along. Yeah. So I'm just going to stitch slightly to the left of that top stitch. So it doesn't need to be a quarter. You don't need to worry too much about the size of your seam. Isn't important, but we don't want a great big seam on the inside. It's too chunky. Yeah. So I'm just going to go just slightly to the left of the top stitch.
To the left, to the left.
To the left it is.
Little Paul's just singing, to the left in my ear, and I don't know what it means.
All the way down, and then just little back stitch at the, beginning and end. I'll just do a little back
So that's fascinating.
stitch.
Now, that foot automatically comes, if you buy the 680 sewing machine, that foot actually comes with the whole kit if you buy that.
Yeah, and it's an essential for a quilter, and also, you know, anybody that's doing bag making or thicker projects. The walking foot. It's actually an even feed foot. It's called.
It's fascinating, isn't it? My machine is literally got a zipper foot and one that turns the edges in, and that's about it. Okay, so now the fabric we're using here, this is the ginger fabric from the Sunny Park design in the Bumblebee range. Don't worry, I will be taking you through all of the different fabrics when we've finished. I will be going through all the fabrics. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And we just do the same thing on the other side. So I'll just trim up.
Use the rose gold plated scissors.
And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So from this, I'll need to trim those in a second. So that straight part and that corner there is meeting that one.
So that, what we've just done, what we're stitching is this bit and this bit, is that right?
So it's like the inside out envelope.
Yes.
Then. Yes.
So, okay, so if I turn that that way.
We're doing it inside out.
We're doing those 2 seams there.
Exactly.
Okay, beautiful.
But you can't sew that inside out. So
okay, now remember we are making these beautiful, they're kind of clutch bags there. You can do any size you like. Using the Tilda fabrics, we've got the rose fabric on the outside and we've got the Sunny Park on the inside. Oh no, actually the little one at the front's got the Sunny Park on the outside. Really, really gorgeous quality fabrics. So we're just stitching that last section.
So I'm just doing the same thing again.
You're right there. Oh. We've got an error.
I've not put my foot down. That's
that'll be why.
The foot on the machine, not my actual foot. I was putting my foot down. But
yes. Gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics here from Tilda. Is it not? Oh, there it goes, feeding it through there. Yeah. I wouldn't want to be doing it.
It is chunky.
Yeah.
You can't do it with, you know, when you've got this many layers, you can't really do it with a normal foot.
Fabric, good gorgeous, gorgeous quality fabric there. And we've also got 8 layers of the fabric and 2 layers of the interfacing in there as well. Yeah. So after we've done those 2 seams, is that it? You do more than 2 seams, surely?
No, that's it.
Wow.
So we just trim off those threads. I am going to sew one more bit, but it's not crucial, but I just think it gives a nice look. So
gives it a loosey finish.
Decorative.
I used to be in a dance troupe called Loose Elastic, you know. That's a long time ago, though, at Bretton College.
I used to get called Lucy Lockett.
It was when I was 18, so how many years ago that was?
Don't think about it, don't think about it.
No, because they forget I'm 39 in the gallery, you see. I've crammed so much into my short life, you see. Right, okay, so we've turned that through.
So that's it, so we've turned it through, and that's your envelope there.
So where's the other bit of stitching you were going to do?
Well, what I'd like to do is just, because you've got that lining and it's not secured to anything, unless you've quilted it, this becomes a little bit baggy. Yeah. So
well, I know that feeling.
What I like to do is just
do a line
across there. So I'm going to use the ruler and the fabric pen.
Okay. Oh, I might have moved the fabric.
Have you moved
There it is. There it is. There it is.
That's right. Thank you. So I'm just going to go from the corner to the corner, and what I like to do is just have a look at the fabric to make sure that it's nice and straight. Yeah. It's not skew whiffy. On some, it's not too.
And have you fastened all of these? Oh yeah, they've got a little press stud on all of these.
Yeah, they've just got a little
you could leave it open as well, couldn't you? I suppose it's quite nice like that.
You could put a button on. You could use Velcro.
Do a little one-touch fastening. Thank you.
Sorry, apologise. One-touch fastening. Any kind of a snap fastener.
If you're freaking at home that she's using a biro on fabric, I'll tell you more about that pen. We're going to do a big exclusive, a big launch on those pens in very, very short.
It's the air erasable one I've just used. And then I'm just going to sew on that line.
Okay.
So you could do any stitch you like here, really. I just do a straight stitch because it's nice and easy.
But also, because it's going to create as well.
And you do
the
see
fold,
it on
isn't it? Because you do see it on the top.
You see it on the top there. So if you wanted to use a decorative stitch there, you could do. Yeah. And that just helps, keep that fold nice and tidy.
Okay.
So I'll just stitch across there.
But you're still using the same. You're still using the same foot. Does that matter?
I'm using the walking foot. I mean, the walking foot it'll go through anything really. I've only got those 2 layers, so I don't really need to, but since it's on there, I might as well just...
Okay, well, while you finish that, I'm going to say a huge thank you to you for making that. Now, you're back in an hour's time doing, a patchwork pincushion, I think.
I am. I'm doing a patchwork pincushion, but it's not... The pincushion's lovely, but it's really the technique is something a little bit different.
I thought you said the pincushion's lovely, but it looks horrible.
No, it doesn't look horrible. I'm showing a different technique, so a really fun, easy, quick way of doing patchwork. So there you go.
There you go. That's fantastic. That's amazing. You don't have to make that as fit, but you know what? I'll see you in a minute. I'll see you in an hour. I'll see you in an hour.
Yep.
Come with me. We'll just go through all the fabrics again. Because, now, a little Paula, we're going to have the graphics, or shall I just tell the people about it? Okay, we've got the golden flower design here. These are all £7.95 per 50 centimetres. We've got the golden. We've got the green. Beautiful, isn't it? Then if we drop down, they call this the teal one beneath it there. That if you ring the call centre, they'll know what you're talking about. These are not the Sunny Parks. These are not the Sunny Parks. These are the from the rose one. Okay, right, now if you go to the website, this is today's show, right? It's listed everything that Lucy and I have used in this show. So if you think you've missed out on something, then you can just go all the way through there and see everything that we've used. That includes the first show as well, that one, because it's got... They've been incredibly popular, but go back up a little bit, because there are some things there from the first show as well, look. The batik fabric from the first show. Okay, let's go through then. There's the Sunny Park. We've got the Sunny Park in the green. We've got the, I'll get to the pink. Sunny Park in the ginger. That's the pink, but obviously you can go through to the call centre and you can get any of these. We've got the green. We've got the ginger. No. Yes, that's ginger. This is gold. This is beautiful. I love this. This is gold. And then last but not least, I'm going to show you the pink one because I love, love, love this pink. It's a very, very rich pink, this one. Beautiful, beautiful pink. At £7.95 for 50 centimetres. All you need to do is ring the call centre, 0800 112 4433. Or as I say, go onto the web. A lot of people who are buying fabric do go straight through to the call centre because they've got questions to ask, because they're perfectly trained in there to tell you everything you need to know. And if they don't know the answer, they'll get back to you within 2 days' time. So, don't go anywhere because Lucy's just finishing off her envelope. We've got Angie coming back and she's making the most gorgeous notebook or diary cover, right? So don't go anywhere. We're having a break now for 3 minutes and we'll be back with Angie and a notebook cover.
The Sewing Quarter is a new inspirational sewing and quilting channel here to help educate our viewers with some of the best designers in the business. We hope to bring you some exciting demonstrations with some of the top industry experts. We're part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multi-platform company who operate some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our first TV shopping channel adventure with Jewellery Maker to several successful magazines such as Simply Sewing, Radio Times, BBC Good Food and many more. We've been working incredibly hard to set up and bring you our new exciting channel, and we hope that we can help inspire you with new ideas and projects. Here at the Sewing Quarter, we want to bring our viewers the best and most exciting opportunities to learn and expand your knowledge. To help do this, we will be bringing in some of the leading industry experts in sewing and quilting to help guide our viewers along the way. Such as Jennifer Taylor, Samantha Claridge, Lucy Brennan, Jo Carter, Angela Atwood, Karen Lewis, Rebecca Reed, and finally Jenny Fox Proverbs, who is the senior editor of Today's Quilter and Love Patchwork and Quilting magazines. Don't forget, shopping with us is easy and simple. You can just contact us at 0800 112 4433 and speak to our UK-based call centre to place an order, or shop online with us at www.sewingquarter.com. There are many different ways you can buy from us here at the Sewing Quarter. You can order from us by calling our free phone number at 0800 112 4433 and talk to the team at our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, there are other ways you can buy from us. You can go online and shop through our website at www.sewingquarter.com. You can even watch the show there and shop as you go. You can check out as many times as you like throughout the day and only pay a small fee of £2.95 postage and packaging for the whole day. We also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all products excluding custom-cut fabric. Our friendly UK-based team will help guide you through every step.
Just as well Jay's not in, ruining my acting this time. Hello, welcome back. We are the Sewing Quarter. It's Saturday morning. It's our first weekend that we've been with you, and it's so busy I can't tell you. Welcome. Hello. It is our Mother's Day weekend, and it's not now. If you're sitting at home thinking, oh, I haven't bought any flowers, it's not Mother's Day this weekend. We're just preparing for Mother's Day with the most beautiful. Aren't they gorgeous? The fabrics. And I've got Angie with me again. If you're watching at 8 o'clock, we did a project with Angie earlier. But this, I love this. But when we did rehearsals for this one a few weeks ago, I happened to open the book and it was Angie's kind of book that she draws little pictures, and there was a picture of her husband in that new book. This one, there's nothing to go. But isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that fantastic? So it's all about the fabric. It's all about Angie. So I'll be quiet and we'll move on to that now. Angie, did you have a nice break? Did you have some porridge?
Yes, I did have my porridge.
Did you spill it down yourself today?
I had a big piece of tissue paper just in case.
Right, sorry.
Morning.
Anne in Cheshire emailed in or messaged in the last show asking about the stalk. Why would it say the stalk scissors? There they are. They are the Sewing Quarter gold-plated. Now these are the stalk scissors. These ones. For £9.95. They're lovely, aren't they? Oh, wrong way. Fly that way. They're sort of traditional, aren't they? £9.95. And put them in your basket. www.sewingquarter.com. Or, of course, you can ring the call centre 0800 112 4433. Now, can I just give you a tip, right? If you ring now and buy these and say to the call centre, oh, yes, I'd like to buy those scissors, £9.95, £2.95 postage and packaging. Then in an hour's time, you ring and you buy some fabric from the call centre. You don't then get charged another £2.95 for that. At the end of the day, they consolidate all your sales and they make sure you only pay 1 P&P for the day. So Anne in Cheshire, there's your lovely stalk scissors. Stalk scissors, right? Okay. So I love this because when you came in for your very, very first meeting,
yes,
you had your own book was covered in something, wasn't it?
My own sketchbook was in there.
Your own sketchbook, and then when we did a practice one, you did another patchwork one.
Yes, a patchwork.
And they're all fabulous. Now this time you've used the batik fabrics. Now these are really lovely, delicate batik fabrics, aren't they? I will take you through them all in a minute, but we're just going to make. So can you just see? This is a notepad in here. There's no right. I can open this one. You see, there's no worry about opening this one, and it sort of sits with the notepad inside it. So it's not fixed. Can I just take that out?
Yeah, you can just bend that out.
Right, there you go. So that's what we're actually making to cover. Now, it doesn't have to be for a notepad. It could be a diary.
Absolutely.
It could be anything that folds like that.
Any size as well. This is A5.
Right.
Because it's quite a good size to make. But if you've got an A4 book...
Oh, yes, exactly. So depending on the shape of your book, there's the finished item there. Okay, right, so where do we start on this? Because it's not just the making of the actual piece, it's all the embellishment. Because I don't know, did you see that close to on this one? We'll just go close in on this one with...
do that.
The fabric's gorgeous, but I'm just having the... look at all of the... I'm just talking about the embellishment at the moment. Look at the embroidery, which we're going to do there. Now, that fabric, this main fabric, or is it the middle one? The middle fabric there is the one you're seeing called Purple Rain. At £6.95 a half metre. I'd have called that Thistle myself if I was in charge of that. And what's the other one called then, little Paul? It doesn't come, does it? It doesn't come with the stitching. Angie's going to show you how to do all that stitching during the next hour. I'll take you through. I'll take you through all the fabric. Oh, here we go. I'll just keep talking. Right, so...
Yes, we can show the...
Sunburst Leaf Trail, it's called.
This one.
Okay, so how do you start? So if this is your book, if you've got this book and you think, I've got to cover this, how do you know how big to make the cover?
We're going to do the basic construction of the book cover.
Right.
And then what I hope to do is show you how you can embellish it like you talked about. And that's going to be either free motion quilting or using just a straight stitch, depending on what you want to do.
What we're doing, right?
Yeah. So... this measurement of an A5 is about 21 centimetres.
Right.
So we're going to start off with about 25 this way.
Right.
Because it just gives you, as you can see on the inside, when the book's inside, it gives you a little bit of...
So if I put that on there,
Yeah.
you can see,
See,
sort
a
of,
bit
including
bigger.
the seam allowance, how much bigger than your book it needs to be.
And it could just be one piece of fabric.
Yes.
I've just chosen to have the spine in a
No, why would
contrast.
you do that? Because
Yeah.
you've also lined, you've lined it
And
into
I've
the
lined
fabric
it
as well,
in that as well. And I think the width measurement, what did I do? Around 46 this way.
Right, but that's to fit
that's
this book.
To
That's
fit an A5.
fabric.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so I've chosen to have, obviously when that's folded in half, a nice spine
Yes.
as the same fabric as the inside. So that's what we've got, these three pieces here. So we're going to start off by simply just joining them together with a 1/4 inch seam.
Did you cut them with rotary cutters or did you cut them with scissors?
Cut them with a rotary cutter again.
Now,
So
you've got 2 pairs of rotary cutters
I
there.
have, look, how spoilt am I?
Yeah, exactly. So now we need to make sure, I'll just reach across, that we get the right graphics in for the right one, I'm presuming.
This is the 60 mil.
So how big was, that's the full,
This is the 45.
so that must be the 60.
That's
is it?
the
So which
the
one are
big
you bringing in, Paul, the 45 or the 60? Right, okay, that's the 60 one there. That's the 60 one. They're the same, principally, they're the same thing,
They
just
do
the
the same
blade
thing.
is bigger,
blade's
isn't it,
bigger,
really?
so you can travel further more
Oh,
quickly.
of course, that's if you have
You've got a
longer
lot.
legs,
If
isn't
you've
it?
got a lot to cut, then you're going to get there a bit quicker with a big
With
blade.
longer legs or a bigger blade. £24.95. Clover, rotary, soft touch cushion. That was Jay just walking past the camera then. And there we go, beautiful, beautiful. And then we got the other size ones there. It bounced, Jay. We didn't see you, it just bounced, that was all. Right, okay.
Bouncing our stage.
Yes. It's like a dance for us, we can have a party in here.
Cheers.
Right, so what are you doing first?
So I'm just going to join these
Three
pieces together.
Would you mind, while you're stitching those, if I go and look at the fabric?
Not at all, not at all.
Don't want to be, but you know, three lines of stitching. I can just come and show you these.
You can cope.
Beautiful, beautiful fabrics. Now, these are all batiks. They are all makoa. This first one is called Buttons. How vibrant is that? Now, this is £6.95 for half a metre. It's called Buttons. And it's, like I say, £6.95. It's beautiful. Do you know what? I might have to waft it, if that's all right. I'll just waft it because you're going to see the different colour. Because when it was hanging on there, thank you very much. When it was hanging on there, you couldn't see the pink, could you? I'll just waft half there. Look at the colours in there. Aren't they just beautiful? Well, I feel like I'm standing in the funny light here. Shall I move? There we go. We like that. Now, I tell you, I've got a friend who's... not allergic, but he's got a phobia about buttons. And he can't have buttons on his clothes, he can't have... No, it's not allergic, that's not the right word, is it? It's phobia, right? And I shouldn't... I know.
It's
Buttons, so all his clothes have to have zips or one-touch fastening. And we used to work in theatre together, didn't we? And in the theatre you have jars, like we have on set here, of buttons, and you go like this, Simon! Like that, and wave the bottle.
That's cruel.
We're not friends anymore for some reason. Anyway, that's the buttons. Purple Rain next. I'm going to waft all of these. Purple Rain.
I love this one.
What, the song? Me singing?
Well, I love
the fabric.
yes.
She loves the fabric. It is gorgeous.
And
I mean,
pink too.
look at the intensity of colours. Look, and again, it's a makoa cotton, so it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cotton. £6.95 for half. Oh, that was me wafting it. Sorry, for half a metre. This is obviously, what I'm holding here is obviously a metre. You'll get half a metre for £6.95, but that's what, £14 for a metre, which is fantastic. If you think, when you go to the fabric shops, £14 a metre is quite, you'd think, well, that's good quality, that's good price, but this is incredible quality for the price. Then we had the other one that Angie's using over there, which called Sunburst Leaf. This one's called Sunburst Leaf. Now, when you do batik, right, what you do is you get a fabric, you wash it, and then you have to wax the fabric, like paint on the fabric, the negative of what you want, like in a negative photograph. So you see all these tiny, tiny, tiny leaves all over that. They have to do the outside. You see what I mean? They have to draw the outside. I know, it's beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so that one again, you've got all the gorgeous colours in the background there. And then last but not least,
Because of their making process as well, they're kind of double-sided, aren't they? You can't tell.
Yes, oh yes, they get almost double-sided.
Because it's not printed, it goes right through.
It's not, yes, you know some cottons, right? You know some cottons, you have a gorgeous print on that side, then you turn it round and it'll be muted and everything on the back. Not this at all. This is called blue rinse. Reef. Not blue rinse. What was I thinking of then? What was I thinking of? Blue reef. Like in the Great Barrier Reef, this one, isn't it? Look at the, oh. Look, that was a lovely zoom in there. Thank you, Timothy. That's beautiful. £6.95 for 50 centimetres. I mean, all of them, fabulous, fabulous, fabulous quality. At £6.95 for half a metre. Ring the call centre, give them a call, ask them any questions you want, email us or send us a web message on the website. Because if you've got any questions for Angie, because this is her last hour today. When are you in again next?
Next Saturday.
Oh, next Saturday. Next Saturday. So next Saturday. If you've got any questions for Ange. Right.
So we've...
Oh, yes. Okay, do it very quickly. Sorry, Ange.
That's okay.
This is how you can get... If you go to the web, right, you need to log in. And what you do is you go to the Watch Television Live. There you go. That's me. That was me, you see, because there's a bit of a delay. And then you just scroll down the page, and there's a box there that says Message Studio. Just write your message in there and send it. It comes straight through to Little Paul, who's producing today. Right. Little Paul. I asked him, it was Little Paul when I've known him in the past, you see. I said, do you still want to be called Little Paul? And he said, that's absolutely fine. Yeah.
Very
right,
good.
Okay. So what now? What have you done?
We've just done 2 simple seams.
Right, okay, I'm going to take it apart. Is that right? Right, so this is what we've just shown on the table. They're the 3 pieces that you've panelled together. And did you iron that, or did you finger press that one?
Just open the seams up and finger press them.
So no pressing to the dark side on this one, just opening the seams. Yeah. Then you cut a piece of wadding. Yes. The same size.
Preferably a tad larger.
Okay, a tad larger.
A tad larger, and a backing.
And then the backing, you just use the plain black fabric. Is that the black fabric from the earlier show?
It is,
This fabric is a Makoa fabric. You'll see it on the website, £3.25 for half a metre, that fabric there. Okay, so you're making a sandwich.
So then we'd make a sandwich to give it this...
Yes, I'm a bit peckish. I always get a bit peckish at the start of the 10 o'clock hour. Right, so you make a sandwich of all of those.
Just to give it the body, so that when we come to do the free motion quilting, that's what gives it its lovely texture.
Okay, lovely.
So, because when you're quilting, to have your wadding a little bit bigger and your backing, because things move a little bit when you're quilting it. So
you don't just kind of suck the wadding would shrink in, wouldn't it? Yes.
Yeah, which is why we start a little bit bigger. So we've done all that. And then what you can do then is you can either hand baste this by hand with
tacking it so it holds it in place, not
stitches, or you can use, if you have some spray adhesive, you can get fabulous basting sprays these days that you
yes. Now we are getting some of that. It's just not arrived yet. We are getting some of that, definitely.
So for little projects like that, I'm getting more and more using the basting spray because I do like basting, but if time's short,
well, no, but also time's short here. But if you're making it for yourself at home and you're not in any rush, then hand baste it because it's really good that feeling of putting the 3 layers together.
That's nice. So you just need a few rows of hand basting just to keep it all fixed, so nothing moves too much. Yeah. Then you can choose how you might decorate it.
Okay, so it's decorated now. So we're not going to baste it now because that's boring. Telly to sit here watching you basting it. Yeah. So imagine those are all basted together. And then these are some of the things you can do to it.
I've got a part make here, which I've had a little experiment at different ways that you can embellish it. So I've chosen on this made one here with free motion quilting, which you might not have the foot, or you might not know how to do just now. But it is a lovely technique, the free motion quilting, if you're new to free motion quilting.
Is this free motion
quilting? No. But the free motion quilting, it's quite nice to do on a book cover size while you're new.
Yes.
Rather than attempting a big quilt. So it's a nice project for that. So this front here is just using the straight stitch. So I've actually pre-stitched in the one direction, and they're just about 1 inch apart.
Okay, now I'm going to ask a question. Was that not difficult? Because you're going on the bias of the fabric, aren't you, there?
With it being basted and all held in place, no.
It was fine.
What you tend to do when you're quilting is try and start with a centre line and then work away from that. So I would have put some quilting here, which I've done, and then start working away from the centre.
Okay. So now you've done straight lines, doing that, which can do. But I also noticed...
I've just put a very fine chalk mark on there, so that's now ready for me to stitch the other way if I wanted to do diamonds. But actually, when I was doing this, putting this together, I can't believe how much I love the simple solution of just straight stitching. I think it works really well because, again, it lets the fabric.
Now, if you're a bit unsure, you could mark all of those lines with chalk or pencil like you've done. Now, somebody's just asking about the mat that's underneath us. It's a mat that we've got out all the time. This is gorgeous, right? They're all our mats do this, right? You use them with a rotary cutter, and they're self-healing. So when you cut with your rotary cutter, you'll see a slice appear in your mat. It just self-heals. This is the big one. This is the large one, 90 by 60 centimetres for £39.95. Now, never use a rotary cutter on your table because you're going to go straight through into the wood. You will go straight through into the wood on that. But this is a self-healing mat. Now, maybe, well, not you, because you've got your lovely craft room. If you're just like Lucy, you're tucked in the corner of your dining room and you want smaller ones, go to the web. We have different sizes which will suit your tables and things. But area. We, at home, when I used to have a workroom, I would leave that there all the time, and I think you'll notice on most shows that it's here, because if you pin things, you eventually get lots and lots of little digs out of your table and everything, whereas this just saves your table, especially if you haven't got a workroom, if you are working on the family dining table or something like that.
They're really good
sorry, I
to
just had
work
to
on.
do that very
That's
quickly.
okay.
Right, these fabrics are gorgeous. These are the Batik fabrics from Macau. We've got 4 beautiful, beautiful, beautiful patterns for you. We're using 2 of them here, and they're really lovely. We're making a book cover. Angie's making a book cover. The really, really big fabrics. Now, the 2 that I'm using here, Purple Rain in the middle there, that's Purple Rain. Now, of course, we sell this fabric in the half metre, remember. There's the Purple Rain. Really, really gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. Don't take it away just yet. And then this one, £6.95. It's £6.95 for half a metre, this, for gorgeous, gorgeous batik. And then the other one there is the Batik fabric Sunburst Leaf Trail. That is beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Right, so we've already done... No, I haven't. Angie's already done the stitching going that way. So now, would you use a normal foot? Have you got a...
Once it's sandwiched, if you like, then if you have got a walking foot, it will really aid the process.
But if you haven't got a walking foot, can you still do it?
If you haven't, you can. Because of the sandwich, the layers of fabric, what you get is you get a pucker coming.
Oh, okay, okay.
But what I'd suggest is to lengthen the stitch length and give it a go. And then
practice before you do the real thing.
Save your money and get a walking foot there.
So if people have already got a sewing machine,
yes,
you can go and buy from because we do the Elna, and most of our Elnas come with. Oh, this one definitely comes with a walking foot and everything. If yours doesn't, if you've already got your sewing machine, you're not looking for a new sewing machine at the moment. But if you were, I'd definitely get one of these. You can go to your supplier and get a walking foot.
Yes,
okay.
So once it's sandwiched, so I've just put the walking foot on there. But what would you like to? Would you like me to do a little bit straight line or a little bit of decorative?
We've got 40 minutes for ages yet because we've got to show. Oh, we've got another Angela's just messaged in.
Oh, that's nice.
Fabulous fabric at a great price. Thank you, Angela. Loving the blue reef. Oh, she's loving. I'll show you them. And she's loving the what on the book cover. Oh, the tutorial. What's a tutorial? Oh. It's going to be our next project. Thank you, Angela, my love. Right, okay. Well, what would you like to show me next? Would you want to finish that side off? Because isn't that got... When you go diagonal... when you go diagonal like that, isn't it called cross-hatching?
Cross-hatching,
And I wasn't fed that.
And you can actually just use the width of your foot, but this is a bit wider than the foot, so that's why I've made the markings. Okay. So shall I do
what colour thread? So you're going to do the cross-hatching in a different colour.
We've got a bright
because I want to ask you about these as well. But we'll do this one first.
Shall I do a bit of cross-hatching first?
Okay. Welcome. You just joined us. We are the Sewing Quarter. It's our first weekend on air. We launched on Tuesday, and it's been so busy. It's still so busy. So many of you messaging in saying how much you're loving the show, how much you're enjoying watching all the experts do what they do, and the fabulous fabrics we bring. And this is only the start of it. We've got so many ideas, so many things to bring you in the future. We've called this our Mother's Day weekend. It's not Mother's Day this weekend, but it's just ideas of things you could... This would make a gorgeous gift.
You need time to make it.
Okay, before you go any further, I know when you got the fabric, you thought, well, I'm going to make a book cover out of it. What else? You see, we made a cushion in the first hour using batik fabric, and that was gorgeous. What else would you use to do... what other thoughts went through your mind when you saw this fabric?
Well, you could wear it.
Well, yeah, that's the joy. That's the joy of it, you see, because you're buying the fabric by the half metre.
Yeah.
So you could wear it.
You could wear it, a nice little top or summer dress.
Do you make clothes as well as doing all your other?
I wish I had more time for dressmaking. I'd make everything. If I had the time, I'd make everything I wore. But unfortunately, we don't all have time to do everything, do we?
No,
so, in fact, I had a dress form.
Yeah.
For my birthday about over a year ago, and it's still in the box.
Oh no!
I've been so busy, which is good. It's good to be busy.
No, it's brilliant to be busy.
But
we'll have to get round there and unpack the box.
I know. So
right. So sorry. We'll just carry on watching you do this. Now we're stitching it in a different colour, just so you can see where it goes.
Yeah.
But that's the joy of quilting. Now this is where a lot of people, especially me, before I started here, I presumed that my quilt on my bed was quilted, but it's patchwork. It's not quilted. What it is quilting is actually the art of stitching the three layers together. Stitching through the three, whether you do it by hand, whether you do it by machine, whether you do it freehand or whatever. It's the actual stitching between the three layers, isn't it?
Yes, and some people hand quilt. You know, some people like to do it by hand, so that's another option as well. So it has a different feel.
Yep. Are you finishing off at the end or not bothering because you know it's going to be bound?
Not bothering because it's going to be bound. So I've just done a couple of lines there, as you can see.
That's nice because that makes it look like, you know, those, I don't want to say slow ranging because that aged me, but those lovely quilted, do you know what? You could make the version like a gilet with that quilting all over it. That would look gorgeous, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the cross hatching there.
So should we do a couple of decorative stitches?
Yes,
if you've got a machine that's got some
because
decorative
this
patterns.
almost looks like, when I used to do appliqué at college, or when I left college, that almost looks like a satin stitch with a difference, doesn't it?
Yes, it's a satin a shaped satin stitch.
Is that the same one? Is that the same one there?
That's the same one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have a look at you doing that. Do some of those lines.
I just have to.
That is the blue reef. Now, who was it? Just Angela just emailed in saying that was her favourite. That one is £6.90. They're all £6.95 for half a metre. Remember, we said in half metre increments. Beautiful. So you can buy half metre, you can buy 5 metres, you can buy 10 metres. But when you buy it, if you ring the call centre, which most people do when they're buying the fabric, you just say, oh, I want 10 metres or 3 metres or whatever. If you're buying on the web and it says quantity, what you need to do is put quantity 1 is 50 centimetres. So if you want a metre, you put in quantity of 2. If you want 2 metres, you put in quantity of 4. I hope I'm not trying to teach my grandmother to suck eggs, but I don't want you to get it wrong, that was all. Beautiful, beautiful fabric. Now, the blue reef, the blue reef was the one we just saw, which was Angela's favourite, and the purple rain is this one here, in the middle, in the middle one that Angela's stitching there. The purple rain is the one that Angela's stitching, and I've got in the middle here. That's the blue rain there. Purple rain, not blue rain, purple rain. Right. Graphics coming in now. There we go. £6.95 for 50 centimetres. Right, sorry, I've completely talked over what you're doing.
That's okay. I just want to show you with the decorative stitches, because we're so used to straight stitches sort of chomping along in one direction. You can do decorative stitches with your walking foot on, even though this is such a big foot. What you have to give the fabric room to move, because a lot of decorative stitches, they go forwards and backwards.
Oh, yes,
and so it's very apparent, actually, if I just stitch this now.
Right, can we see that? Because it's going back. Oh, yes, I can see it.
You see? And so if you hold the fabric too tightly, you're going to prevent it. You're going to distort
yes, because you're so used. If I'll just pretend I'm here. You're so used to going like this on a sewing machine, aren't you?
Yeah, and feeding it through.
Helping feed it through. I'll do that again. No, you missed it again. I'll do it again. There you go, you see. Whereas this, what you do is you just have to let it go like this.
Give it a little bit of support.
And just give it a bit of support, and because it'll go like this in the machine, you see. But the machine's doing that, not you. You don't do any of that.
So you can see I'm chomping along.
Christine has messaged in. Oh, good morning, Angie, she says.
Oh, good morning,
Oh, John
Christine.
and all the crew. That's right.
That's not just me.
First and second order. She's very happy. She's got her first. We've only been open since Tuesday. She's got her first and second order today.
Oh,
she's very, very happy.
Oh, how nice.
She loves it. Right, okay.
So we've done there. We've just done.
Didn't see any of that. Sorry. Where are my glasses? Oh, there.
This is like a little, it's a straight stitch with a little
leaf.
Oh,
with a leaf in it. Isn't that beautiful?
So that's quite nice.
Little Paul's doing his joke now. Unbelievable. Can you actually see that in there?
Difficult to see that on that
fabric,
it is a little bit
difficult. But
it's creating the texture, actually, so it's not all about the stitch, it's creating the texture.
And this one here, you've done down the actual
down the
centre of the bind there.
There you go. So you could fill the whole book cover with just the stitches on your machine.
Be like a sampler, wouldn't
and it's
it?
a good way to get to know how to keep swapping the stitches
Yeah,
on
no,
your machine.
totally. I'd always say practice before you do it on the real thing. That's on.
Yeah. So
Right.
I'm going to now do a little bit of free machine embroidery in free machine quilting. Sorry.
Right. Before we start,
and I'm going to change the foot.
Right. Okay. Before. Can you change the foot in a minute?
Yes, I can.
Right, while Angie changes the foot, we've got a little film for you, and it's called, it's 45 seconds, not a minute, 45 seconds from now, The Heart of Sewing.
Sewing Quarter is at the very heart of sewing, as we bring you all things sewing and quilting. The team behind us live and breathe sewing day to day. We strive to bring you exclusive offers, exciting live demonstrations, and most importantly, we will custom cut fabric to your specification in our very own cutting room. We will also be bringing you TV exclusives that you won't be able to find anywhere else. So come and join us today at the Sewing Quarter.
Welcome to the Sewing Quarter! See, what we're going to do is show you, because you might just be flicking through your channels thinking, oh, I've not seen these people before on channel 78 at Freeview. That's because we're brand new. We launched on Tuesday. We are the Sewing Quarter. We're dedicated, channel dedicated to sewing, to fabrics, to experts, to ideas, to innovation, to fun, anything. We're totally and utterly interactive. We've had so many messages from all of you today, and we're very, very grateful for that. I've just got to tell you very quickly, before we go on, this is Angie, by the way, one of our experts, our designers. These are proving so popular today. They are the gold-plated embroidery scissors in the shape of a stork.
Not a herring.
It's not a herring, little Paul. That's a fish. It's a stork would eat a herring, wouldn't it? Sewing Quarter gold-plated embroidery scissors, £9.95. They're gorgeous and they're very sharp. I need to warn you now, that's why they're only giving me one in the package. But look, what I love, I'll show you that, is look at the branding. Sewing Quarter scissors. Sewing Quarter scissors. Embroidery scissors. Aren't they lovely? Right, okay, so Angie, I'll just explain what we're making. We're making a book cover using this gorgeous batik fabric, Macao batik fabric. This is the one that Angie made for, there's a picture of it there, look. Oh no, that's the fabric. I'll just show you this in live. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful book cover. I've taken the book out just to show it to you. And this has got all sorts of we've used the batik fabric, we've used paneling. We're going to show you how to bind it. There's 2 different ways to bind it, which we'll show you in a second. And then, of course, we've lined it with the fabric as well. So we will be doing the binding, and I will be going through the fabrics in a second. A beautiful, beautiful batik. Now, I'll show you the fabric. It's got an offer this hour, but Angie just wants to show you this, because this is the first piece I saw. It's only so you can see the actual technique that this goes on. This is hand-free machine quilting.
Yeah, so you're doodling with stitch, but because this is on a plain
fabric. Now, obviously, we're not selling this fabric right now, but it's to show you how you can actually do it. Now that's all hand.
This is exactly the same on here, but obviously on the batik it's a bit more masked.
Yes, exactly.
So we're
going to show you how to do some of these.
We're going to do a bit of doodling.
Stitch doodling. She calls it doodling. It's art, isn't it, really?
Stitch doodling.
So how do you start doing that then?
So I've changed my foot. And you can either do it with a free motion...
What's that?
This is a free motion quilting foot.
Right, now if you buy this machine, that comes with it.
Yeah.
But obviously you might need to go and buy one to fit your machine.
So it's very, very similar to the free motion embroidery foot that we had earlier.
Yes.
But with the embroidery we did on the first show this morning, we didn't have the thickness of the wadding.
Right.
So this foot... is better for when you've got something quilted.
It looks a little bit bare, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's tiny.
For somebody who's only had normal feet and zipper feet, that one looks a little bit
There's
sparse,
nothing there.
doesn't it?
There's nothing there.
Okay, so hang before you even get under the machine.
I need to get my gloves too.
Oh yeah, you need quilting gloves. Why do you wear quilting gloves?
Well, when you're doodling with stitch, you're pushing the fabric around. When we draw, we move the actual pen. But our pen is the needle.
Oh, right.
So it would be as if you have your book there, your notebook, and imagine if somebody holds a pen and you have to move the paper.
The pad around
instead.
to write your name, yes.
So it's all a bit alien.
Oh, I see. And also,
so it gives you...
when you do a lot of pinning, the ends of your fingers get quite dry, don't they, by the amount of times you stab. We do sell these quilting gloves. Go to the website to check them out.
So I like to... So it's a personal preference again. Some people don't like to wear them. But especially with a big quilt, if you were doing... You'd have a lot of fabric to move.
Yes. Right, but before you put your gloves on,
sure.
How did you decide what design? How do you decide what pattern you're going to do, or do you just go for it?
I kind of just put the spine in there with the feathers either side, and then just went free.
Okay, so my bit of advice here is if you've never done it before, like me, by all means practice before you do it on the final piece.
But the idea as well with the batik is choose you can see how the thread's actually just blending in,
yes.
and nobody's going to get it under a microscope and tell you
no, of course not. But if you're not happy with it, then
that's it. So don't choose a contrasting thread like I did on my book cover when you're starting off. So I've lowered the feed dogs as before. I'm just going to bring up my...
Oh, you have to bring up the lower...
The lower thread again.
Now, if you're thinking, well, that looks like a lovely machine, we do sell this machine here at Sewing Quarter. It is the Elna 680. It is the top of the range. Just ring the call centre, 0800 112 4433. I did a show yesterday with Jane from Elna, and she took us all through it. I was astounded by everything it does. Go on the website and have a look at it all. £999. Right, here we go then.
Okay, I've just done a couple of stitches just to secure
it.
Put my other glove on
now. This is you're doing it live on telly now?
Live on telly on a machine, I don't know, I know. Glutton for punishment.
And standing up.
And standing up, yeah, which I'm not that good at. So I don't, can we see that on camera? We're just, you can go as quickly or as slowly as you like, really. But that depends on how fast you're moving the fabric.
Right, oh my goodness, look at it. So if you're new to it, like you're experienced, right, and you're just whizzing along there, but if you're new to it, you could put it on your sewing machine on the slowest
You can't go really, really slowly. I can slow down.
Yeah, that's still fast for me.
Is that still fast? But you do stitch a bit faster with free machine. But you can easily just stop and readjust yourself.
The fabric.
Breathe.
Yes.
Lots of people hold their breath when they're free machining.
This that we're using, it's not that. That's not the purple. This is the Purple Rain that you can see here in the background. Beautiful. Actually, just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. Have a break, because you just said you have to stop every now and for a break.
Breathe.
Come with me and let's look at the fabrics, because they are absolutely beautiful. These gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous batik fabrics. Starting off with the Purple Rain here. I mean, the quality, first of all, it's Macawa cotton, so you know it's good quality. Really, really beautiful. Really fabulous, vibrant colours. This one is called Purple Rain. It's £6.95 for half a metre. Remember, we sell in 50 centimetre increments. Really, really gorgeous. It's like a thistle pattern, that one, actually. Which one would you like to go to next, Paul? Buttons next. Now, this is really cute, isn't it? This is what it says on the tin, isn't it? It's a buttons. I'm going to have to take it out because it's got so many colours in the background of this. You just need to see all the fabulous colours that you get in the background of this fabric. Really gorgeous. Now, the buttons are all the kind of dark bluey, purpley colour, but then the background is like a mélange of all different colours there. Really lovely. Again, they're lovely, beautiful, deep colours in there. £6.95 for half a metre increment. Beautiful. Just give the call centre a ring. Oh, excuse me. 0800 112 4433 is the item. Is the phone number to ring for this. That one's called Buttons. The next one, now this is Angela, who rang in, her favourite. This is the Blue Reef one, this one. I'll get Jay to tidy that up in a second. The Blue Reef one is, you got a still of it there. I'll take it off and I'll give it a waft because it is beautiful, this. It's kind of more, it's got beautiful colours, but it's more delicate, this one, isn't it? I'm just going to show you. Look at that, isn't it beautiful?
That's a nice subtle pattern.
The thing is, if you saw any of those colours individually, they're actually quite bold colours. But when you mix them together, it's a very subtle, expensive-looking mix, isn't it? Again, it's £6.95 for half a metre. That one's called Blue Reef. That one, Blue Reef. Angela, who emailed in, said that one was her favourite. It is beautiful, isn't it? And then last but not least is the other one that Angie is using. And that one is called, hang on a second, let me put that one back. Sunburst Leaf. This one. Again, they've used the same technique as the buttons one. So the background is made up of lots of melange of different colours. But then they've got that fabulous, really, really delicate little leaf pattern all the way around there. Now, Little Ball's just said, oh, is it tie-dye? Well, the background is almost tie-dye, but it's done with wax rather than tying it. So you just cover... So what you do is you start with a plain piece of white fabric. And what you do is you just do all blotches of wax and dye it pink, right? Put it in let it dry, take the wax off, and then you've got all the pink ones blotched. And where the wax has been, there are no colours. And then you put the wax on again, and you dip it in the yellow, and then you do it again, and you dip it in the blue, and that's the way you get the background. And then the pattern on the top is just exquisite, isn't it? £6.95 for half a metre there. Beautiful batik fabric. Okay, remember this is our first weekend that we've been with you here at the Sewing Quarter. We only launched on Tuesday, and you know what? You are loving it. We're getting so many messages, so many emails. Thank you so much. Right, moving down. Oh, and let me also just tell you, if you buy your first purchase, if your first purchase is over £10, you get one of these for free. You get one of these for free. Sewing Quarter Sewing Kit. I've just unzip it for you there. It's got a value of £14.99. I'll put it the right way up. If you buy your first order is over £10, you get one of those automatically for free. Right, okay, let's go back now to the hand... No, what are you doing now?
Well, we're swapping using lots of feet on the machine today, which isn't a bad thing. So I've just put the walking foot back on. Because I want to show you the binding and the finishing,
yes,
so I've only just done a little bit of stitch doodling down this centre panel.
We need to do a whole class on that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'll put it down. I'll write it down for you.
That would be good. But you, as you say, with this project, you can do as little or as much as you like. So I've just done a little bit down there to show the different ways.
Yes.
So what we're going to do now is when we've finished quilting. You can see the little bit of wadding sticking out the sides.
Yes.
So now we can trim it down.
Right, because we're aiming for it to look like this in the end, aren't we?
Yes,
This is the finished item here with the binding around the edge. So and also that one was lined with the we've lined this one with the same thing. Same thing. Yeah. Right, what are you looking for? Rotary.
A rule, please.
Rule that. Oh, have we got one that's not wrapped up, Joe? Have we got the one that's actually usable? This is one. We're not taking the plastic of this one because this is the one you're going to get. One of you might get this when you get it home. Gorgeous patchwork ruler. It's the one that all the experts, all the ladies said they started with. It was the first. Just come in, Joe. Just bring it in to me. That's
Thank you.
So, how do you do this then?
Okay, so we can just use one of the lines on the rule to just line up a bit of a square edge, and I'm just going to trim a little bit off. Because the edge folds around, we don't have to worry about trimming too much off that because we've oversized it anyway. This exposes this whopping big blade.
Do you want to use it? Do you want to use the other one if you feel more comfortable with the other one? It's just what you love about using, isn't it?
And I need to get some heels.
So I lift you up.
I think, don't I?
This is so easy. Patchwork rule, 61 by 16 centimetres, 24 by 6.5 inches, £15.95.
Whiz this round.
Claire's just messaged in. Oh, Claire said those fabrics are beautiful, perfect for cushions in her daughter's bedroom. They would be. They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Make lovely cushions.
Remember, the fabric is £6.95 for 50 centimetres. But you know what? You're making 14-inch cushions. You only need half a metre to make one, wouldn't you?
Oh, you hardly... Yeah, in half a metre you have loads. Yeah. Oh, I've got a bit of thick stitching there, so I haven't...
Because of... Now, can you take your rotary cutters through the thick stitching as well? Are they all right
absolutely,
with that?
Yeah. It's just so sharp, this one, I was hardly pressing.
So you did what?
It was so sharp that I was hardly pressing.
Oh, okay. Which is quite good, isn't it? Which is excellent.
It is good, yeah.
Well, if you want to know about the rotary cutters, we've got two rotary cutters. The one that Angie's using is a 60mm rotary cutter. There it is, £24.99. The thing is, if you're going to ring the call centre, don't worry about remembering the item code number. If you just say to them, I want the soft touch cushion handle rotary cutter, 60mm, £24.95, they'll know exactly which one you want. They know, they've got all of the same information that we have here and everything. Of course, if you go on the web, you can look at all the different sizes. If it's 60 centimetres, 60mm, sorry, 60 centimetre, be that up, wouldn't it? A 60mm, if that's too big for you, we do have other sizes. Like we've got the 45 one here as well. But, right, That looks neat and lovely.
That looks lovely
doesn't
now,
it?
doesn't it?
So
That's lovely. Very
what you've done is
satisfying.
you've squared off all the edges,
Yep.
and you've now made everything is the same size. The lining, the wadding, and the actual
Yes,
fabric is all the
yeah.
same size.
It's quite satisfying.
Right, what happens now? Well, now, we're going to bind the edge, but there are 2 ways. Are you going to show us both ways to do this?
Yes,
Because I know
if
you
we
have a
have-
favourite. You've got
yeah.
time. You've got 20
If we have
minutes or
time.
17 minutes, you're fine.
Okay, so when I normally bind a quilt, I would use the technique where, well, if I was binding a quilt, I would start off with my strip already folded in half.
Yes.
And I would put raw edge to raw edge, and then I would stitch that down and fold this over. But because I don't want too much bulk on this, because it's a book cover, I'm
Yes.
only using single.
Okay.
Okay, but it's the same principle.
Right.
So the way I like to edge as well with the binding on a quilt is so that you don't see any stitching.
Right.
So this is the way that this would go down with, it would be blind. You would see no stitching.
Okay.
A bit like I had on this other, I don't know if you can see, you can't see any
Well, it's
stitching.
blind. We won't be able to see it, will
Yeah.
we?
So
Okay.
you don't see the
So you're not
stitches
seeing
there.
So hang on, let me just show that to the camera. Oh, show that to the
see
camera
that?
there. So
There's no stitching.
there's no stitching on that side,
And then it's hand finished.
and it's finished, not fished, hand finished on
that
the
side.
inside.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
Right.
that's the way, if you don't want any stitches to show. But being as it's a book cover, I thought, well, perhaps some people might want to make it a bit more quickly than that, or if they
But
don't
also
like
it gives
hand
it.
stitching.
It also gives it.
It gives it a different feel
Yes,
again.
exactly,
It's a different
exactly, yeah.
finish. So this is top stitched down all in one. So this is sort of I've pre-pressed this.
Is this what we're going to do? Which one are we going to do now?
I can do both.
Okay.
But which one would you like, John?
Both.
So
Right now, we
start
just got
with
to
the
need to look
same.
at. We need to look at this. Before I tell you about the fabric, I just need to show you how to do this because it's quite not intricate, but it's. So how width is this? How wide is that strip?
This is 1.5 inches, which
Okay.
is
Don't worry, 2.5,
3 centimetres.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
just over 3
something like
centimetres.
So that you start off with the same width either way
Yeah.
that you want to do it. Then I folded the fabric in half
Yeah.
and pressed it to give me a centre
Yeah.
line,
And
and
then
then
open it.
open it up and fold that.
So it's like
both
making a bias
edges.
binding.
It is like
but it's
making
on
a
the
bias
strip.
binding, but it's not cut on the bias.
Yeah,
but
right.
the fold is the same.
Okay.
And so it's quite a teeny weeny.
Now remember the
Binding.
fabrics we're using. This one, the binding, and the what do we call that on a book? The spine of the
Spine,
book, the spine of the book cover. That is Purple Rain Batik fabric, £6.95 for half metre. Half a metre you've got there. That's that one. That's Purple Rain. That's the design. And then you see down here where it says Sunburst Leaf Trail there. That's this one. That's this one here. Now we sell all these fabrics in increments. There it is. If you want to see the whole fabric, increments of half a metre, £6.95. Okay. So how do you? There are 2 other fabrics as well there. The buttons and the other one. But I'll show the blue reef. But I'll show you those in a minute. How do you work out how much binding you need?
Good point. So if you now measure the 4 side, well, it's just
Yeah.
2 measurements, and
The
they're the
perimeter.
same, aren't they? Really.
Yeah.
Add your outer perimeter measurements together, and then add a few more inches for your mitered corners. Just
Right, okay.
round it up.
Yeah.
Because if you're cutting off a strip of fabric as well, so you get 22 inches off a strip. Which is about 50 centimetres,
Yep.
yeah. Then you'll know to cut 2 or 3 rows.
I was going to say,
depending on
now how
many
do you
need.
seam it? Do you just put a normal? Have you got a seam in yours? You just put a
I think
normal
there's one
seam
here,
in it.
yeah. So I've just joined them together. Don't know if you can see that there.
Just a normal little seam.
Just
and
a normal
pressed
little seam.
Pressed it open.
And you just keep joining your strips until you've got enough.
Okay,
to
so
go
now
all
you've just
around.
done a straight seam there. Somebody the other day, I'm getting, how many days I've been
you've
here,
done
I'm
lots of-
getting all my experts.
How many projects?
They did it on a kind of diagonal, but why would they do, I know, because
Bias. If you're doing...
it wasn't on the bias, it was a
okay.
straight one, but it was because when they turned it over,
Yeah.
they didn't want, so when you turn it over, like this one, you'll have the...
okay, so they didn't want...
They didn't want
Straight
4
seam.
layers and they didn't want 4 layers of fabric. Anyway, I'll
Okay.
get them all sorted in
Yeah.
the end. So you cut
So
in
many
half
different ways.
to go around all 4 sides plus,
Plus
this
a
extra.
a few
right?
more.
And
bit
so
extra.
this one you took as an inch and a half
Inch
strip,
and a half, yeah.
folds it in half, pressed it, opened it.
That's for that one.
That's for that one.
Yeah.
But we're going to do this one then.
This is just... I think
All right.
I'll show you this one, because
All right
this is... people get very confused how to do a nice mitered corner.
Yes.
So I'll show you this one. This one literally just sandwiches on.
Yes.
So if we've got time at the end of the show, then we can do some top stitching. Yes?
We've got plenty of time.
Oh, that we're fine. So I'm just going to take this to the machine. I would suggest on the book cover, when you're adding the binding, to start on one of these outer edges, because this is going to be tucked around here, so it won't matter where your overlapping seam is joining. So it'll be hidden on the inside of the book.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
These gorgeous, gorgeous batik fabrics, £6.90. You see, the thing is, if you go to a shop, right, try and find some batik fabric. What's that? £14 a metre. £14 a metre. That is a really, really good price. Well, little Paul and I went shopping into Birmingham before we opened, right, to a fabric shop, right? And he was shocked by how much... £14 a metre is brilliant. Now, we're selling it in 50 centimetre increments. Right, we're just going to get to the corner now to show you how to do a mitre corner with the wider binding there.
Just going to do a couple more stitches.
Right, so you get go right to the end then.
No, if you stop at about 1/4 of an inch from the edge, that's difficult to see when it's under the machine, and then we're going to take it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't leave needle down and twist around?
No.
Oh, no, I know this one.
So I've started here where you can see I've folded this in, because this will be then a nice finished edge. So don't be fooled into thinking you have to fold it that way, because then you're raw edge.
Yes, exactly.
That's a very easy mistake to make. So we've come along to here, and
so you haven't gone to the end?
Not quite to the end, if you can see that. It's a little bit away from the end. And then the way to remember, where I always remember this, is to fold it away from yourself.
Right.
So we fold the binding away.
So like
on
a
the
45 degree.
You can see
we can see that.
Yeah. And then we fold it back to come along the edge that you're about to stitch.
Okay.
Like that. And you can just finger press that. Oh, we need our lovely wonder clips.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
wonder clips.
Love a wonder clip when we've got binding going on. These are great because, unlike pins, that you can attach them very, very quickly. We're not moving the fabric up and down too much, and they just hold
these wonder clips are brilliant. I've never seen these before, but they really are. If you don't want to pin them and you just want to hold them, Clover wonder clips. There are 10 of them there for £7.95. These are gorgeous, aren't they? Fantastic, and they're clear on one side and the yellow on the other side. So if you need to see something, you can put them the other way around.
Sorry,
go on. Go.
And what I'm going to do now is just start back there and come down.
So how do you know where the line of stitching is?
You can't see it. It doesn't matter. You just start off the
edge. Start at the end and just go.
And just go.
So it's none of that matching your needle in with the where seam. You just go straight from the end and down.
Straight from the end. So I'll stitch a little bit down and then take it back out.
And then you can show us the corner.
And then we can show.
A lot of people want to see the fabric. So what we'll do is we'll do the corner, and then I will go back to show you the 4 fabrics. But it's important to see this little technique, because I didn't know that one. So you go right from the top. Down, so there's none of that because that's what's the trouble with some corners, and you have to match where one stitch goes and another one comes in and everything.
So if I just, I don't have to go too far, do I?
No.
There.
Because you can show us how to do the other one as well.
Yeah, I can
doesn't mean you're going to have a book cover with 2 bindings on it, but
I'll have to unpick it to finish it. So then this is where the magic happens.
Right, okay. We got camera on this.
We on there. So then,
wait. Just waiting. There we go. There we go. Right.
So we haven't been accurate at all. We just started a few stitches in.
Say it like that.
No, because it's the beauty of it. You don't have to worry. So when we fold it back, can you see we've got that lovely fold coming in there?
Oh, and that's the fold where you fold it away from yourself. So you folded the fabric, so you know that's at 45 degrees because you've done it in the corner.
And then what you do, then nicely sat in front of the TV, you can then fold the raw edge under just like a normal hem.
Yeah.
Fold that over. This is much easier to see then as you're stitching.
Yes.
But this will also...
Of course, you've chosen the same fabric on the same fabric, so it's going to give your eyes...
There's a lesson learned. But you will actually get... The fabrics will then sit and fold back under in another mitered corner at the other end.
That's brilliant.
But it's just so easy. Oh, look at that lovely stitch.
And you've done it with your cross-hatching stitches as well. Right. Oh, sorry, do you want to say something?
No, I was just going to say, so that's the technique if you don't want any stitching on your binding.
No, that's fantastic. So we'll show now when I come back how
I'll prepare for that, and you can have a...
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
I'll be back in a minute.
Very good.
Right, okay, we've got 4 gorgeous fabrics here. They're all in the Batik range. They're all Makua fabrics, so you know that the cotton is top quality. quality. Starting with the buttons. Now this one is, the buttons are all like the blues and the purples. It's the background that's so clever on this. You've got all the different colours melonging into each other. They are £6.95 for half a metre. But we sell in half metre increments, so if you want 2 metres, you want 6 metres, you want 10 metres, you can just order it. That's what's so fantastic. And in our knowledge, we're the only shopping telly to actually do that at the moment. Really, really, really beautiful design there. So if you want that one, oh dear, voice is going. 0800 112 44 33, sewingquarters.com to buy this. This is called the Batik fabric buttons, £6.95 for half a metre. But of course you can buy it in, if you bought a metre or increments of 2, you won't get 2 pieces of fabric, you'll get the whole metre as it were. So that's the buttons, that's the gorgeous buttons. Then are we moving on to Purple Rain. This is the Purple Rain one here that we've been seeing Angie using over there. Really, really gorgeous. Now, it almost looks like a thistle, like a baby thistle kind of, because the purple dots, oh, apparently this has been the most popular so far. This has been the most popular so far. They're really, really lovely. Beautiful, beautiful. Like you've got almost the thistle, what do they call them? The thistle heads on the actual flower you've got there. Really lovely. So that's the Purple Rain. That one there is Purple Rain. Then we'll move to... Oh, OK. We'll move to the Blue Reef one. This is the Blue Reef. Now, Angie that emailed in earlier, this was her favourite. Really, really gorgeous, gorgeous, delicate batik work on this one. If you think of the amount of work that goes into batik, remember it's £6.95 for half a metre. Really, really gorgeous. And then last but not least is the other fabric. I'm going to get this one out actually. The other fabric that Ange has been using. This, again, is like the same thing. It's where the you've got all the melange of colours in the background, which are so fabulous. And then that really gorgeous, gorgeous, delicate, almost like a gold, almost like a gold, like what do they call it? Not gold plating. What do they call it? Gold leaf. Looks like gold leaf. It isn't gold leaf, but you see what I mean about the little leaves. They look like they could have been gold leafed on. This is called the Sunburst Leaf Trail. £6.95 for half a metre. But of course, you can have as much as you want. But you just have to buy it in increments of the 50 centimetres. But remember, no matter how much you buy from us here at the Sewing Quarter, you only pay 1p&p for the whole day at £2.95. We're doing the Batik book cover with Ange. Really, oh, now there's loads of you on the line for this one. Paul's just saying the phone lines have gone absolutely crazy. Maybe this one will overtake the Purple Rain one. Who knows? Who knows? But they're all so fabulous, aren't they? I know my neighbour, Chris, who does a lot of patchworking and quilting and everything. She was desperate to see this show. I've lost my train of thought there. Now, we're showing you how to use this fabric in a book cover. There it is. But you could use it for so many... I'm going to stay with the fabric section, just go through them once more before I go. So many things you could make with this, aren't there? Aprons, blouses. Angie even said earlier you can make a lovely little summer top out of this.
It's almost like paisley in this one.
I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm coming back to you now so you can show me how to do the final binding on this one.
So with this binding, you will see the top stitch as I've done on this one. Again, starting your binding off, you need to tuck this the other way.
Yes.
So not on
out,
the top,
yes.
You tuck it underneath. I actually find this type of binding a bit more tricky, even though you think that you...
because you've got to get both layers at the same time,
and with something this small, it's quite tricky to get it sandwiched on.
And how did you do a corner on that one?
So I've just stitched... along capturing right to the edge.
Would you use the Wonder Clips for this? Because you've really got to get the top one and the bottom one matched perfectly, don't you?
I did use the Wonder Clips, which held it in place to go there. I've stitched along virtually towards the end.
Yeah.
But it's a similar process, actually. If I just flatten it, because obviously you're opening it up and putting this sandwich, you're sandwiching it inside the binding, aren't you? So if you open it up, you get that little triangle coming at the end, which then when you fold that over. But yes, it's a bit fiddly, and then you need your Wonder Clips to hold everything in place.
There's the Wonder Clips.
Beautiful.
Oh, there at the bottom of the screen, VKGQ56. That's a 10 Wonder Clips for £7.95. Fantastic, aren't they? So you're just hot now.
So
you see, they didn't have these when I learned, but they're kind of an essential, really, now.
Yes, yeah. I just use them all the time for binding. They're brilliant.
But then do they get in the way when you're stitching?
Bag making and things like that, when you've got chunky, you know, lots of layers and interfacing.
Oh yes, it's hold everything in place.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So you can see now I can just go back, start again there.
And just top stitch
Yeah,
down.
and just carry on top stitching, but very fiddly. Yeah.
Right, okay, I'm going to say thank you
you're
so
welcome.
much.
You're welcome.
You're back next weekend, aren't you?
I'm back next Saturday.
Next Saturday. I'm not sure if it's me next Saturday or not. Oh, yes, it's me next Saturday.
You've got me again,
Oh,
sorry.
well, never mind. The price you have to pay. Thanks ever so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You. I'm just going to take you back to show you the fabrics because you're absolutely loving these batik fabrics. Will you have gone by the time I get out there? Are you going to disappear off?
Maybe. Might go and do some shopping.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, so which one first? Sunburst leaf, first of all. Remember, they're all these gorgeous Makua cotton batik fabrics. This is the Sunburst leaf trail, £6.95 for half a metre increment. Gorgeous. Now, this is proving very popular. It's about to overtake the Purple Rain. The quality, as I've been saying for the last hour, the quality of Makua cotton is so brilliant. Such a fabulous fabric cotton to work with. So that one there is the Sunburst leaf trail. Now, if you love batik, you're going to know that they're going to be colourful, aren't you? They're going to be mystical. Mystical's a good word. You know what I mean? Really kind of... they're not whimsical. I wouldn't say whimsical, Little Paul. Little Paul's getting carried away with all these long words, and I think he swallowed the dictionary this morning. So, not majestic. I wouldn't call it majestic. I'd call it just... People who love batik are going to love these... I'll take my hands out of the shop, though. All these beautiful colours. Right, next Blue Reef, which was Angela who rang in. It was her favourite. They are the gorgeous, all the different blues in there. £6.95 for half a metre. Now, isn't that beautiful? The workmanship that's gone into this blue one is incredible, isn't it? You can see the quality. I can feel it. You can't feel it, sadly, but I wouldn't tell you. You know me. I can't tell a fib. If you've known me over the years, I can't tell a fib. If it's not good quality, I won't be saying that. This is fabulous quality. And the workmanship that has gone on in the Blue Reef one is incredible. £6.95. Very quickly, I've got the Purple Rain here, which is also £6.95 for half a metre. And we've also got the buttons one there. All proving very... These two here are the most popular coming up. After the break, we've got Lucy back with now a pincushion that's different, apparently. Very different. I don't know if I've got a picture of it. No, I haven't got a picture of it to show you. So, go nowhere. I will see you in 3 minutes with Lucy with a patchwork pincushion. Go nowhere.
The Sewing Quarter is a new, inspirational sewing and quilting channel here to help educate our viewers with some of the best designers in the business. We hope to bring you some exciting demonstrations with some of the top industry experts. We're part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multi-platform company who operate some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our first TV shopping channel adventure with Jewellery Maker to several successful magazines such as Simply Sewing, Radio Times, BBC Good Food and many more. We've been working incredibly hard to set up and bring you our new exciting channel, and we hope that we can help inspire you with new ideas and projects.
Here at the Sewing Quarter, you'll hear us talking about pre-cuts a lot of the time. And I can hear you saying, what's a pre-cut, John? Now, pre-cuts, they're pieces of fabric that have been bundled together, all cut to the same size, usually from complementary fabrics. So you've got a lovely little bundle to take home and start your sewing. Pre-cuts come in all shapes and sizes, but here are a few of the most popular. This is a jelly roll. I love jelly rolls. Now, these are normally 40 strips of fabric. They are all 110 by 6.35 centimetres. To you and me, that's 44 inches by 2.5 inches wide. They're normally cut from 8 different fabrics, but look how gorgeous they are. Now, one word of warning. They look beautiful like this. When you cut them open, all the fabric spread everywhere. You'll never, ever be able to put them back together again. This is a charm pack. There are 42 pieces of fabric, 12.7 centimetres by 12.7 centimetres. So basically, it's a 5-inch square. You get so many gorgeous fabrics in a charm pack. You'll find an awful lot of patterns inside a charm pack as well. Another favourite pack is the fat quarter pack. Now these measure 55 centimetres by 50 centimetres, or like me, 22 inches by 20 inches. Now, you normally find lots of different fabrics all bundled together. They're all different colours, all different shapes, but you know what? Unlike the jelly rolls and unlike the charm packs, the number of pieces of fabric can alter from 2 to 30. Look. Whichever pre-cut you choose, you've just got to remember 2 things. 1, all the fabrics will go so beautifully together, and 2, someone else has done the boring, laborious task of cutting them all out. So it's all about getting on with the sewing, which is what we love here at the Sewing Quarter. When you spend £10 on your first purchase, you will receive this free sewing kit from the Sewing Quarter worth £14.99. Do you know what? I don't know how she's going to do this. Without my glasses, the intricacy of this pin cushion is incredible, isn't it? It's just, she's nodding because she's made it, isn't it? Look at these. Look at these gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics. I don't know which ones I'm going to choose because I love them all. I will come back and take you through all of this fabric in a second. But it's just... Oh, I love it. Let's go and see Lucy. Oh, there's another one there. Oh, do you know what? Right, she's got her work cut out for this hour, haven't you? Hello, my lovely. Did you have a nice break?
Yes, I did.
Good.
Nice
Did spin
break.
the dinner down, your breakfast down
I
yourself?
tried not to.
No.
That does happen.
Do you want to have a close look? Do you want to have a close look before we start? Look at this, right? Look at look at the intricacy. So is that the fabric that I'm using now, Paul? That's one of the fabrics in there, because there's lots of fabrics in there. Cherry Blossom Teal fabric from the Bumblebee range by Tilda, £7.95 by 50 centimetres. That is gorgeous. That is completely gorgeous. Right, so where do you start? So what we're making, that's what we're making today, and I've shown you the fabrics very quickly. I will go back and take you through them all in a second. Right, how do you even start? So
we're making the little pin cushion today.
That one?
But that one, just a little pin cushion.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do this one,
Okay.
It's that size. But I did do the rectangle one. I thought that looked like a cute little, like a pillow.
Pillows for a doll's house.
For a doll's house.
Yes.
And this technique, you can use and incorporate it in other things. So
Right.
this is a really fun way to make a little doll's quilt. You know, if you're into miniature
my
things,
word, yes.
or like a little cushion.
But you can use it for anything.
You could make it bigger, do more, and make a cushion.
Do you know what I was thinking? You could make more and then make a waistcoat out of it or something like that.
waistcoat
Do you know what I mean?
or
Make it
something, yes,
like
you
a sheet
could.
of fabric, then cut your fabric
Yeah.
out with it. But it looks so intricate.
So it's little,
Oh my word,
tiny,
it really is little
It
squares.
is little squares of patchwork. So we are using little squares of patchwork.
Oh
and we're
my
going to be
word.
using interfacing.
Interfacing, which I've got. Oh, it's gone. Everything's gone off the table. Yeah. Okay. So, I thought, you see, in my brain when I started launching the show, I thought, oh, I know what she's done. She's made lots and lots of little strips, and she's gone like that with it.
No,
But
that is one way of doing it.
But it really
this technique
is.
is with the interfacing. Yeah.
Okay.
So to start off, for this size one, I'm going to use 25 1.5 inch squares.
Right, the 1.5 inch squares have got the seam allowance included.
Included, so that's what you cut, 1.5. And
But
then
is there a technique into cutting them out?
yes, I'll show you that in a second.
do beg your pardon.
And then the interfacing, you want to cut at 7.5 inch square.
Oh, okay, so you don't...
And you just want a very light interface.
I've got that interfacing here, haven't I? I've got some...
I think you've got
This is
something
nice.
like-
Look, this is how the interfacing will come. That's very posh because I used to go and have to buy it from when I first started. All the fabric shops and everything in London were in Soho around there, and you literally go and buy it by the metre and everything. This is the iron-on super light interfacing, 50 by 90 centimetres. It says it's black. Oh, it is.
That one is
this
black.
This one's black. Right. What happens if you want the white one, Paul? But if you're buying on the web, will the white one be on the web as well? Oh, so don't go to the web, Paul's saying. Don't go to... 0800 112 44 33. This is the black one, but it does come in white as well. Okay, right.
Okay, so I'll show you how to cut out those little squares.
Right.
To start off with. So
that's such beautiful fabric.
Beautiful.
Right, first of all, we know that it's Tilda, so we know that it's really, really, really good quality, don't we?
And because we've cut it into these little squares, it looks like it's different fabric because you're getting different sections.
Oh, of course.
But I've actually just used two prints.
What?
There's
only
two fabrics in there.
I thought there were going to be about 8 or 9 prints in there.
Only 2.
But that's literally only 2 prints. Because in your earlier show, we were talking about what's it called when you made your stamp and you said you cut it out. It had a name like, what did you call it? Like when you're cutting out a certain detail.
Fussy cutting.
Fussy cutting. This is the opposite of fussy cutting. This is you want them all to be different, don't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And I wasn't being too picky about where I was cutting or how I was cutting it. I was just using the edge. Yeah. So the easiest way of doing it is to cut long strips and then sub-cut it into squares.
Right.
Okay.
So
I'm doing 1.5. So I have already cut this.
Okay, so you've used the ruler. You've used the ruler. The graphics will be coming in for the ruler there, £15.95. You've used the ruler to square your fabric off.
To square my fabric off.
And
then I'm using the line, the measurement of 1.5
inches.
And I line up the measurement with the edge of the fabric.
Yep.
And then cut.
Cut against the side.
So if you're left-handed, it's slightly different, but for right-handed, you measure it this way.
You just stand over that side, wouldn't you?
You could just stand over that side. Well, rotary cutters, you can switch over as well.
Yeah,
so,
yes, of course.
So I've got the 1.5 inch measurement there, and I just use the rotary cutter and cut a straight line. And then
now I'll give you the details of the rotary cutter and the pad in a second, but we'll just cut the lines because the fabric is such a beautiful. There's so much detail in all of that fabric. It's such you look at it, it's a simple little fabric, but there's so much going on in there, and it's so delicate. And they've got all different techniques there. And they've got flowers, and they've got the flowers in a big posy. They're like a big bridesmaids posy, aren't they?
They are, and there's lots of lovely colours in there as well that you can pick out.
Right.
So I've cut those 2.
So you only need 2. You only need 2.
You'll.
Well, actually,
I can't remember. Well, it's 25 squares, so I've done. You'll need 13 of one, 12 of the other. Yeah. So I'm going to pretend that isn't completely straight. And I would always just
show you
trim
how to straighten the edges off.
Just to trim that, to make sure that edge there is straight as well.
Yeah.
We know those are straight. We want that one to be straight as well because accuracy is really important when you're doing.
This isn't the blue. This isn't the blue fabric you're seeing here, though, is it, Paul? Yeah, we're just putting the different graphics in. This isn't the blue one. So I'll go through all the fabrics with you in a second. So don't be thinking, oh, that's the blue one. I'll order the blue one in a second.
That's the other one I've used. So now I'm just doing the same thing again. I've got 2 layers there. I've layered the 2 strips on top of each other, and I'm going to cut them both at the same time. You don't need to do that if you don't feel comfortable doing that. No. Cut one at a time, but it does make it quicker if you get in the habit of doing it. So I'm lining up the 1.5 inch mark again on that edge of the fabric, and then I'm just going to cut it into squares. So when I say 25 squares, that sounds like a lot. And if you were cutting, if you were using a pair of scissors and cutting each square out individually, it would take you an awfully long time. But doing it this way, with the rotary cutter and the ruler.
You can see the graphics are in for the rotary cutters. These are the 45mm ones. We've got them in 18, 28, 45, 60. Go to the website, you can check out the size you want. But those are the graphics there for the 45mm one.
So I'm just going to keep going as if I'm making one, but I have got some ready
6.
there.
Oh, yes, it's 8. So how many will you get out of that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So you get more than enough after those 2 strips, really.
2 strips, yeah. Okay, when I was doing it, I was making 2, so I was just kept going and going. So whatever the width of, you can just keep going.
Yeah, exactly. As many as you need. If you haven't decided what you're making out of, just keep going. Just keep going.
And then I've done the same with the blue. So I've got.
With this fabric. With this fabric, do the same
with the cherry blossom one, which is really pretty.
Yeah.
So I've got some of those and some of those. So I've got a nice mix there. And then, so those are all my 1.5 inch squares.
This is iron on.
So this is iron on.
We're going to need down out in a minute.
Interfacing, not yet. In a minute. So I'm going to draw a grid on the square. I'm just going to use a normal, just a regular pen. You can use a fabric pen, but I actually...
Yeah, but if you use a fabric, it might disappear while you're
Well, and I prefer to do this because I can really see the lines, because we're going to be attaching the squares onto the fusible side. You want to be able to see that line coming through.
Okay. So now, would you use the ruler or would you use the measurements on the cutting bench?
I always use the measurements on the ruler.
Okay.
I know some people do use the mat, but I think it's
a good... This can move. If you've been cutting this a lot, the lines can move.
It could be warped, and actually the ruler is always completely accurate measurements.
So you're using the square ruler now rather than the long ruler?
So use the square ruler, and I've cut from my interfacing a square that is 7.5 inches. So if I had a big piece of interfacing, I would just cut there, turn it round, and then cut the other edges.
There we go, got the details of the ruler there, £13.95. This is the 25 by 25. These are the two rulers that every expert every designer we've had on said these are the two basic rulers that you need or you want. Okay, so you're drawing on a grid.
I'm going to draw on a grid, and I'm drawing a grid, marking a grid every 1.5 inches. Okay. So so this is the glue side is down.
So you're drawing on the
non-glue side. Let's get this pen to work now. I hope it is. Yeah, there we go.
Did you not practice with it in the break?
I didn't with this pen. I was making some notes before.
Yes.
So I knew it was working.
Okay. So you're doing a whole grid across all of the... While you're... Are you going to draw that all up now?
I'm going to draw it all up now.
While you're doing that, I think this is an ideal opportunity to go and meet all these fabrics because they're all so gorgeous, aren't they? Are we ready? Everybody? These are exquisite. You can guess which one my favourite one is already, can't you? But they're all absolutely beautiful. Look at the colours. Look at the intricacy. They're Tilda, so you know they're going to be... I mean, the quality is out of this world. Tilda cottons are absolutely out of this world. Look at the colour. Right, okay, so that's the flower nest pink that you're seeing to start with. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to take it out. £7.95 for a half metre of this fabric. Now, this is a metre, so you get half this. But look, now this feels wider. Was this fabric a bit wider? It feels a little bit wider, stretching a bit wider. Let me just show you this. You come in close and have a look at this. Look at this fabric. As I've just said, the quality of the Tilda cotton is out of this world. The colour, beautiful, beautiful, deep colours. Now, if you are going to make something for Mother's Day, the pink is always popular, isn't it? At £7.95. Now, if you're sitting home thinking, oh, it's not Mother's Day, is it? It's not Mother's Day. We're dedicating this weekend to ideas for Mother's Day. It's not Mother's Day for a while yet, so don't be sitting there thinking, oh, is it tomorrow? No, it's not. We're just dedicating a weekend to things you can make for it. This fabric is just extraordinary. The quality and the print on there is just beautiful. Now, this is called the Flower Nest Pink fabric from the Bumblebee range at £7.95. Okay, that's the pink one, right? Then we could move on to the next one, which I'm presuming is they've called it blue. Because I think there's a green one behind me as well. There's too many to put on my step ladder, isn't there? Look at this. Look at it. Completely different. It's the same design, the same quality fabric, but look that the colour gives you a completely different effect, doesn't it? The fact that you've got the pale background with the beautiful blues in there. This is the Flower Nest blue fabric from Bumblebee range of Tilda, £7.95 for 50 centimetres. Those are more subtle colours, aren't they? They're really, really beautiful. They're almost kind of period colours, like 1940s, 1930s and 40s colours, aren't they? Those beautiful muted colours, but muted without being dull or boring. They're really, really gorgeous. But again, I'm just going to scrunch it up. This fabric is just, isn't it a lovely fabric to work with? It's beautiful. Really, really gorgeous quality. Really, really lovely, gorgeous fabrics. Okay, so that was the blue one. Then I've got the green one behind me. Oh, I don't know if it'd be called green, actually. What colour have they called this one, little Paul? It's just the other one we've got in the bird's nest one. Teal. They've got obviously the Tilda fabric called this lovely peppermint colour a teal. Really, really beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous colours in there. Now, you've gone slightly more vibrant in this one. It's like the blue with the pale background, but it's got the more vibrant pinks in there, which is absolutely... I know I'm taking my time, but I absolutely love these Tilda fabrics, and you've really got to just take in how gorgeous they are. This is the Flower Nest teal fabric from the Bumblebee range. Okay, now we've done that one. Now, where are you going to go to next then, Paul? Okay then, so what did you call this one in the middle here? Did you call this a cherry blossom?
Cherry blossom.
Cherry blossom now. This is the cherry blossom pink. Now, this is a really, really lovely fabric, but not quite... If that one was too bold for you, this all-over print is just beautiful, because you've got the checkered pink background. You see there, look, the pink background is like a tiny, tiny pink gingham. And then you've got the little white flowers with the green stamens in the middle. Really, really stunning. Again, the quality is out of this world. £7.95 for 50 centimetres of that. Oh, Angela's messaged in again. Oh, Angela, thank you. Best regards to you as well, my love. Oh, David and Gillian, hello, my loves. Hello, hello. Say hello to who? Oh, hello, David and Gillian. Are they not David and Gillian together? Oh, one from David and one from Gillian. Hello, hello, hello. Right, let's... Blue cherry blossom now. Okay, look at this. Really, really gorgeous blues in here. I'll be back with you in a minute, Lucy, don't worry.
That's all right.
Cherry blossom blue fabric from the Bumblebee. And look, see again, you've got that. Oh, I like that.
Do you know
that one.
I really like this print because that sort of gingham bit in the background, that check, like you say, it's got a really nice vintage vibe to it.
Exactly.
But it's got those modern colours, so it's fresh and modern, but with a nice vintage touch.
Well, you can tell she's had an hour off, can't you? £7.95, 50 cents. Right, okay, then I've got two other complete... I don't know what these are called, these ones. These are lovely. Which colour would you like me to go to first? Okay, the green one. But look now, this is a garden bees, this is called. Oh, I can see the bees. I was just looking for the bees. The garden bees on this. Now, we had bees earlier, didn't we? Yeah, I couldn't see the bees, but you can't miss them, really, can you? Now that is like a really, really gorgeous William Morris print, that one, isn't it? With the bumblebees there and the fabulous flowers. So that is the garden bees green fabric from the Bumblebee range. And then last but not least, we've got it in... Now, I was going to say orange, but it might have a colour like ginger or something like that, I think. Just wait to have a look at this one. Oh, ginger. I was right. Now, this has got such a period feel to it, hasn't it? The orange and the green. Look, that looks like a really, really famous, like William Morris-esque print, doesn't it? That is beautiful. That's very bold. That is the ginger. That is the ginger, £7.95 for half a metre. Right, I've got to get back to Lucy. Poor old Lucy's been standing there all on her own. So, Lucy, what are we doing? So we sent you this fabric, and you decided to make this gorgeous, lovely little patchwork pin cushion out of it.
Yes.
There they are. Now, they look huge on the telly there, don't they? But in reality,
Well, if you look at
we
the
should
pins,
have had a finger
those
in
are
the
tiny
picture.
pins. They're tiny pins.
Yes.
So you can see the pins in them there.
Yeah, whoever took that picture needs some lessons, don't they, really? Anyway, right, so we've done, just to recap.
So this is a 7.5-inch square, and I've just drawn with a normal pen, a grid on the back. So not on the fusible glue side of the interfacing, just a lightweight interfacing, and I've drawn a grid on the non-gluey
That's very important, the non-gluey side.
Yes, because you'll get yourself in a pickle otherwise.
But now you've turned it over.
So now I've turned it over to the gluey side.
Yes.
And do we have a pressing mat?
Pressing cloth?
No, sorry, the ironing board mat.
Yes, of course. Oh, there it is. Somebody moved it. I wonder where to go. Just move those
because at this point, I'm not ironing just yet, but at this point, I'm just going to put it into the middle. You want to do this bit where you're going to press.
Oh, because you don't want to move it.
Because you don't want to move it. So if you do, all these little pieces, all these little squares are going to fall off, because all we're going to do is using the grid, so you can see that pen coming through onto the glue side, and we're just going to arrange those squares in the grids. So I've done like a checkerboard pattern, but you could do, you can play around with it. You can put them in whatever sort of arrangement you want to.
If you you are loving these because the phone lines have gone absolutely crazy, but if you want any of these fabrics, you'll see the different graphics popping up, like that's the teal fabric, cherry blossom. Ring the call centre, just ring the call centre and say, oh, can I have this one or can I have that one? Don't worry about the item code number, just ring them with the colour and the style that you want, and the call centre know everything. We'll just carry on with this, but you will see all the different graphics popping up if you need the details. They're all £7.95 for half a metre though, and are all the same gorgeous, gorgeous quality. The cotton is out of this world. Right.
So I've just made a little design there. I'm just having a little play.
That was hardly taxing, was
Carrying on with myself. No, but it's fun. You can just place them wherever you want and just make a little design. I was going to do it like a checker. Yeah, go on. You can put them on there.
I don't want to put it in the wrong place, do I?
Well, it doesn't really. I mean...
It is like a puzzle, but it's what, you know.
It doesn't matter.
So you put all of them in the squares that you've drawn.
So we just put them all in the squares, yes, that I've drawn.
Oh, I could do this for hours.
I know,
I'm a bit concerned.
Really fun.
Oh, hang on, is it right? I've gone wrong somewhere. Oh,
no, you're right.
No, I haven't gone wrong. You're right. I'm a bit... Right, the different fabric graphics are going through on your screen now. You're there. I'm there. Obviously, this is just an example of what you can do. You don't have to make this outfit. Actually, let me know. Message me and email me or web chat me in any ideas that you might make with this. I mean, the fabrics are gorgeous. And because you can buy it by the half metre, you could make things out of them, like clothes out of them as well. It's such good quality cotton.
And once you've done this, you can do anything, you know, you can do anything you like with it. Yeah. Turn it into anything you like. I've done some little zip bags.
I'm a bit concerned now.
What? Don't be concerned. Come on,
I'm not.
Let's just crack on. Iron, please. Oh, okay.
Nothing. So, as a sewer, I'm just concerned, that's all.
I'm going to turn it down a little bit.
To cool it down a bit for you.
Yeah, is that right? Have I done it right? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was on full, so whichever way you
go
to.
So I've just turned it down a little bit because there might be little bits of interfacing that come through. Hopefully it won't too much.
Don't you be marking my new iron.
No. But the thing is, you don't want to put anything over that because it likely could, you know, it could shift.
Yes.
So you want to just press these squares down onto the interfacing.
Just gently.
So just to fuse them into place.
Yeah, and don't go like this. Don't waft your hand around because you are going to roll them up almost, aren't you?
Yes, so just pressing. And again, it's just a very lightweight interfacing that I've used here, not too heavy.
Come on. Oh, Karen's just messaged in about one of the rulers. Yeah, Karen, this ruler, my love. What do you need to know, Karen? Oh, no, you can't buy it on the web. Do you know what you should do, Karen? Just ring the call centre, 0800 112 4433. There's the graphics. If you need the item code YPGQ10, £15.95. Karen said she's having trouble buying it on the web. Just ring the call centre. They'll help you with everything there. They've been taught well. Just give them a call. Just give them a call. Right.
So that's done now.
Are you coming back in?
Yes, I am. So those are fused into place there.
Yes.
So they're stuck.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere.
Just as well, man. That's like that when those cooking programs go, meringue, like that.
I was a little bit nervous doing that. And now what we're going to do is sew our seams.
Right.
So I'm going to fold along here.
That's what I was concerned about.
Fold it back. Well, there's no need to be concerned.
No,
I've done this before.
Have you?
Once or twice. So you just fold that back.
Are you following then? So basically we're going to do a seam between that line of squares and that line of squares.
Yes.
Because I was thinking, how's she going to hide all those raw edges? That's what I was worried about.
And we're going to sew a 1/4 inch along
because
here.
That's where your seam allowance.
So I've got the 1/4 inch foot on the sewing machine.
Yep.
And just like you would a normal seam, I'm just
seeing all the different fabrics on there. You're loving these fabrics. I will go through them all again with you in a minute because if you're getting confused about what's what, I will go through them in a minute. So we'll just see the first one of these being done.
I'm just lining up the folded seam there along the guide.
So it's almost like a pin tuck. You're doing an inside-out pin tuck, aren't you?
I am no dressmaker, but yes,
okay,
I imagine so.
A pin tuck is, you know, those little, when you have little really, really tiny pleats going down the front of your blouse or whatever, that's a pin tuck. But
well,
you're
there
doing
you are.
it the other way around.
You educate me on dressmaking,
yes.
I'll educate you about patchwork.
Okay, then. It's a deal. I won't pay, though.
What do you mean?
I'm not paying. Right, okay.
So that's it. So we just keep going along.
Right, before you, I'll let you go along in a minute. You can carry on doing this because I'll just show you. Oh, you see, I couldn't figure out how she was going to do that, but of course it's a seam because they've all got seam allowance on them. I was thinking, oh, she'll never get rid of those raw edges, but so basically, you'll not basically, I hate that word. You'll just keep going through each of those lines.
So just keep folding. So now I'll just fold this bit out of the way and fold on the next line. So I'm going the same way, I'm going down the same way, I'm just folding it along that drawn line.
Right, okay, so you've got 5, 1, 2, 3, you've got 5 of those to do. Don't go any further though.
I won't,
I'm just going to go and look at the fabrics again because you are absolutely loving these fabrics today. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised because the Tilda cottons are so, I'll stop clapping, are so gorgeous. The quality is second to none. It's just stunning. £7.95 for 50 centimetres. So, excuse me, these are called, which one have we got up at the moment? The garden bees. Oh, that's the garden bees down here. That's the garden bee. Which colour have we got in? The blue. Hang on, I haven't got a garden bee blue. There is it, so it must be available in the blue, unless that's... Oh, hang on. We'll just see what else comes up now, because I thought it was green. Yeah, no, but hang on. Was this one called green then here? Yeah, so there must be a blue one as well that they've got on the website, but we haven't got it yet, you see. So there's the green one. Garden Bees green fabric from the Bumblebee range, £7.95 for half a metre. Remember, we do sell in half metre increments. You're absolutely loving that. That has got that fabulous period feel to it, hasn't it? Really, really gorgeous. Then all of these fabrics are £7.95 for 50 centimetres. So if you want any of them, you can just ring the call centre and describe them to the call centre, and they'll be able to, the colour and the pattern. So this is the Garden Bees in ginger. Here, really, I mean, it is very William Morris-esque, isn't it, this fabric, that gorgeous fan, almost 1920s, almost Josephine Baker-ish, isn't it, that bit? But then you've got the earlier pattern of the William Morris there as well. We move up to the next one, that's Cherry Blossom on the middle shelf there. This is Cherry Blossom here. We've got Cherry Blossom in the pink, and we've got... Oh, yeah, go. Now, what we love about this one is when you just look at the fabric, it just looks like a pink background to the fabric. When you look closely, it's got like a pink gingham at the back of it, and then you've got the gorgeous little white flowers there and the green stamens, bright green stamens there. That is the Cherry Blossom pink fabric from the Bumblebee range. I mean, we all know, we all love Tilda. Oh, there we go. Oh, excuse me, ask and you shall receive. Beautiful close-up of the gingham there. And then the one next to it, that is also the Cherry Blossom, but that is the one in blue. Now, very different because you've got the stamens. They're like little daisies, aren't they? Aren't daisies yellow in the middle and white on the outside? Hang on, let me think. My brain's not working this morning. Really gorgeous. Now, that's the blue one I'm talking about now with the yellow stamens in there. The graphics will change in a second, but you do know they're all £7.95 for 50 centimetres. Get involved and let us know which one your favourite is. I'm just, we'll move. Oh, Kathleen's message in. Oh, she's loving the projects this morning. Never seen Lucy's technique before. Not many people have. Let's be honest, not many people have. But thank you so much. Oh, got another message. Daniel. Oh, the clutch bag earlier, Daniel. Oh, yeah. Have you still got your pad here? Yes. Sorry, you can't hear, can you? Daniel wants to know the measurements from the clutch bag earlier. I just wondered if you had your pad here.
Yes.
Not now. We'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it when I come back over in a second.
No problem.
Keep coming through. Right, this is the... we're still on the pink. We'll do the blue. Okay, let's move on now to this fabulous print at the top here. We'll just put the one colour in because we're running short of time and Lucy's got to get home. Oh, sorry, that was me. We just put the pink one in there. That's the Flower Nest pink fabric from the Bumblebee range by Tilda. Now, it comes in the blue, it comes in the pink, and it comes in the green. There's the three different... Oh, can you see the pink there? It comes in the 3 different colours. Really fabulous. Just ring the call centre, 0800 112 44 33, sewingquarter.com. Right, I'm coming back so we can show... That's what we're making today. Now, they are pin cushions. They are little pin cushions. I'll show you them in reality there because they look enormous on that picture, don't they?
You could make it enormous if you wanted. You just need lots of little squares.
Right, now, obviously, you don't need to make these with Tilda fabric, but Lucy's coming up with this idea because she loved the print and she loved the way the patchwork worked. So you've done
Yes.
All of them going down that way?
I've done all of them going down that way. I'm just going to trim off
oh, now these scissors.
the loose thread.
These
so we've got
scissors have
these
been
lovely stalk scissors.
Stalk scissors.
Stalk scissors.
They've been going crazy, 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 crazy. Gold-plated stalk scissors. Well, they're not called stalk scissors, but they're the gold-plated stalk scissors, yeah.
Embroidery scissors, aren't they?
I said gold-plated twice, didn't I? I said gold-plated twice.
I always have a pair handy. I use them, just keep a pair next to my...
Who is it who's got them on the ribbon around their necks? They don't... Fabulous present. Fabulous present. Somebody an actress bought me a pair of these when I worked in theatre. When I did Hobson's Choice, she bought them, so thank you, present.
I've got a friend made me a lanyard, and I've got some on a lanyard.
Could you not make your own lanyards?
Well, I could, but it's nice to have a little...
present. Right, okay, so what are you doing next?
Presents from Quilty Friends. So I'll just show... So I've sewn
halfway through the show, right.
all those seams going that way.
Yes.
So I've just gone one way, all the way down. That's what it should look like from the front. So you've still got these bits with the interfacing in between. Don't worry about that. We're going to take care of those in a minute.
Okay.
So now I can't leave it like that. I need to press open those seams.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm going to do is use the ruler again and the rotary cutter and just trim the most minuscule little amount off the side there so that I can press the seams open. So just a very, very small amount, not too much. I prefer to do it with the rotary cutter and ruler because it's just so much faster.
There you go. The rotary cutters are for sale here at Sewing Quarter. The graphics are coming in now. They are the 45mm ones. We've got them in 60, we've got them in 28, we've got them in 18, but they're your favourite, the 45 there, for £14.95. So why are you squaring it off now? Oh,
no, I'm just trimming because... You see, because we folded it...
Oh, you're taking away the fold. Oh, see, I wasn't concentrating.
I know, that's all right.
Oh.
So, because you've got somebody in your ear, it's okay.
Yes.
So, because you're folding it over, you can't press that, and we don't want a big, lumpy bit.
That's where the change...
And because you're putting pins in it.
Of course.
So it's much nicer to have those seams.
So what you're actually doing is the fold, you're trimming off the edge of that fold.
I'm trimming off the very, very edge.
Yes,
Can I say it
really,
one
just
more
the very,
time?
very edge.
Like that. So just literally so we can get those seams pressed open.
So have you trimmed all of those off? So now what you're going to press now?
So I've trimmed all that open. Well, the
not?
tricky thing is, because it's this lightweight interfacing, if you press on this side...
Oh no, you'll get sticky.
It will melt.
Yes.
And it kind of... It's not a good thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just finger pressing it open, and then what I'll do is press it on from the...
other side.
Or you can use, in fact, what we might do is use the press. I've got a little pressing cloth here, so you can do it on this side. You just need to put something over the top of it.
Of course you do, yes.
Because otherwise it will gunk up your iron.
Is that a technical term?
Yes, and I might well have done that the other day at home by
at home,
by
not
mistake.
On my iron.
Not on this iron. No. So I'm just going to get those pressed open, and then we'll take it over here. And I shall do my best to get those. Don't you dare get gunk on my iron. Remember, this is welcome. It's our first weekend, and we're concentrating on Mother's Day weekend. It isn't Mother's Day. Don't panic. It's not for a while yet. We're just in this hour. We're presenting you the most gorgeous Tilda fabrics. The quality is out of this world. And what Lucy's doing is she's making these gorgeous little pin cushions. But you don't need to make pin cushions with them. You don't need to do patchwork with them. That's just what she's decided to do with them today. Because we're going to have so many projects coming your way. But I just love the technique of that. I would never have known how to do that mini... I was thinking, oh, that's going to take forever. Because I thought... oh, it's going to take forever to match up all of those corners and everything. But of course, you don't need to worry about that because it's all happened with the interfacing and with the stitching through the thing. And it's a perfect way of using up tiny scraps of your favourite fabrics as well. Yeah. But I do like having, the coordinated. It's funny, really, because all your projects are very coordinated, but when you arrive in the morning, you're not particularly coordinated, are you? Very dare you. I'm getting the train at 4 in the morning. I don't need to be, do I? So what did you say? Just say. When I get the train at, well, I got the train about 5, but I'm up at 4 in the morning. I don't want to be coordinated.
No, exactly.
I'm
I've
not
got to
bothered.
put mine out the night before, otherwise I'd just never get dressed.
Yeah.
Right, there are pins on the screen there. Hemline quilt. These are they. These are the Hemline Quilters glass-headed pins. 100 of these for £3.95. Fantastic price. Just add it to your order. You only pay one P&P of £2.95 a day. Right, are you ready for me now?
Yeah, so I'm just giving that a press from the other side. Just want to make sure those seams are nice and flat.
Oh, that's very neat.
I do like being neat. So now we've done that, we've got those seams. Oh, I've just pressed that.
Yeah.
We've got those seams open there. So then we're going to sew the seams going the other way. But this is going to be a little bit more complicated, isn't it? Because you've got seam allowances to... No, it's no more complicated. Just fold it back like that. And we're just going to sew down there in exactly the same way. So you just want to make that, the reason you want to get those pressed open nicely.
No, exactly.
Is so that you're not,
on your side.
and you're not catching it when it's, when it's going through the machine.
Exactly.
So you just need to watch that.
And also, it is all evenly, the fabric, the excess is all evenly spaced, isn't it?
Because we did that grid.
Yes.
So because we did that grid, it'll all work out in the end.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead. You can be pessimistic, really.
Oh, listen, you haven't lived my life, darling. Anyway, we're using those gorgeous Tilda fabrics here today. We've got the cherry blossom, we've got the, just so many beautiful fabrics. The cherry blossom is this one that we've used here. This is the teal one, the teal cherry blossom that I've got on the table here is just absolutely beautiful. You know the quality of Tilda fabrics. You know how brilliant they are. A Tilda fabric is, and at £7.95 for 50 centimetres. So it's like what, £16 a metre. Which, if you go to any fabric, now it is like a ditzy print, isn't it? It's like a different ditzy print. This one, you got the gingham in the background, and then you got those lovely flowers. Oh, actually, I didn't have the green one on the stand in this, did I? That wasn't on the stand there. Really gorgeous fabric there, and we love the gingham in the back, because this one also comes in the pink and the blue, this cherry blossom. We love the fact that there's a slight gingham in the background, which just makes it that little bit different, doesn't it? And now, which fabric is the most popular, you say, Paul? The pink one of those, the pink one of the cherry blossom is the most popular.
That's very pretty.
It is very pretty, isn't it? You've got a
pretty.
couple more. Do you know what? While you do those, we'll be very quick. I just want to show you all the different fabrics I've got here. Now, remember, on your first order, if you spend £10 or more, you get a free sewing kit, which I'll show you about in a minute. These are just beautiful, aren't they? Now, they're the ones I was just showing you there, the cherry blossom ones in the middle. That is the blue. And the pink. All of these are £7.95 per half a metre. So if you just see one you like, don't worry about getting the code. Just speak to the call centre and they will be able to help you with any details. Then we've got this one at the top here, which comes in the blue, the pink and the green, or they call it teal, don't they? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice. I might display it like that in the future. We're going to show you the graphics of the pink one, which is my favourite, only because it's so vibrant and bold with that pink. It's called Flower Nest, this design. Flower Nest, pink, that's the pink fabric we're showing, but obviously it comes in the green and it comes in the blue. They're all £7.95. Just ring the call centre, or if you go on the web, you can actually see little pictures of all the different fabrics on the web. And also, if you actually go to the web and look below this show, everything that Paul has shown you today, producer Paul has brought you today, is listed underneath there. I can show you that if you want very quickly. If we can get to the website, I can actually show you that. So all these fabrics are £7.95. There you go. So that's this show, right? The ruler. Then you've got the cherry blossom blue, the cherry blossom pink, the flower nest blue. And then as you can move all the way down. So it's just below where you send the message, right? And it tells you also, so there's me, well that was me, I'll put my hands in, it's not me there. That's me a few seconds ago, right? Then you go, that's where you can send a message. That one there's where you can send a message. Excuse me, if you keep going back down, you've got what's been in today's show, products from today's show, all different fabrics. And look, a program guide on the right-hand side as well, what's coming today and tomorrow and the next day. So you see you've got all down, look, stop. There you've got the rotary cutter, that's the 18mm rotary cutter on there. You've also got the 60mm, which you haven't seen there. We've got the wonder clips that we've seen. We've got some fabric sneaked in there from the first hour. We've also got the gold-plated embroidery scissors at the top there, you see. So everything. The violin, the iron-on superlight interfacing, that hasn't got a picture, obviously, because you don't really need a picture of that one. So, I need to move on. Oh! So, where are you up to now?
So I'm just finished off those seams there.
Yeah.
So I've done those ones. So I need to do the same thing now.
Oh, you got to
trim off all of
yes.
those. But if you just want to show the, you can see on the front, because we've done those folds and we had that grid, and they're all in the right place. All of those points are meeting. So all of those little squares are matched up really, really nicely.
Beautiful, aren't they?
Without us having to really have done very much work. So
okay, so you're going to just trim all those off.
A simple way of getting neat points. So.
No, but because normally when you're patchworking, you've got to match all those corners so perfectly.
Yeah, and there's lots of tricks and easy ways of doing that as well. But when you're working with very small bits, that becomes really difficult. So this is a really fun way of using up little bits of fabric or creating
when I do
something
my first
small.
patchwork, it's going to be pieces this big.
Yeah,
there'll just be 8 of them to make a double duvet cover.
Yeah, well that's probably easier. So just in the same way. Because I need to open these out, I'm just going to trim off that little bit of the seam.
Because this is the hard work, really, isn't it? Because after that, you're just going to make the actual pin cushion itself. So this is all the hard work, really. So you have to take your time over this bit. Gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics, aren't they? Lots of people messaging in. They are Tilda fabrics. You know the quality of Tilda. You know, if you've ever bought Tilda before, you know they're supreme, supreme, supreme quality. Really, really gorgeous prints you've got going on here. So Lucy's just chopping off all of the excess. Oh, sorry. I didn't know I was coming back. Lucy's chopping off the excess of all of the fabrics. We'll just look at that very quickly on that one.
It's very easy to do. It's a really quick little project, just using an iron, the rotary cutter, and a bit of interface.
Rotary cutter, lots of people coming in today to buy a rotary cutter. So obviously your expert handling of that rotary cutter has shown it off to a T.
And it just makes life so much easier, makes it so much quicker. When you're doing patchwork, it's really important that everything measures the same and that you're accurate.
But also, that last thing you just did, cutting off the edge of that thing, I wouldn't do that with my cutting shears. There's the rotary cutter details there, $14.95.
Yeah. I have tried it with a pair of scissors before, and it's quite nerve-wracking.
Well, no, because it's too close.
And you just make one little, and then you're in through there, and that's it. Whereas you've got the stability of having the ruler.
You still do,
and just no, I'll finish. But I'm just showing you, just pressing that down. It's nice and safe, so you just
perfect. So now what you're going to do?
So now I'm opening that out, and I'm just going to press these seams open again.
Lots of you calling in for the rotary cutters. This one's a soft touch cushion handle, 45mm for £14.95. Remember, we do different sizes on the web. We do 18, 28, 45, 60. That's the size of the blade in millimetres. Remember, fantastic price, £14.95. And remember, I know I keep saying it. I know you must be bored of me saying it already. Put as many pieces in your basket as you want. It's still only £2.95. There are some people that do. We just don't do it. We just charge £2.95 to get all your stuff to you. And somebody emailed in earlier. We've had so many messages. I can't remember who it was. Christine. She's had her first and her second order delivered today, and we're only been open since Tuesday. And she said she's so impressed by the quality, which is fantastic. I'd love to know what you bought, Christine. Okay, so
and that's the thing with fabric is you do like to touch. You like to touch it. You like to fit. It's such a tactile thing. But the quality of these is really, really.
But that's why it's important that we, as the eyes and the hands of the viewers, we tell them exactly what it's feeling like, how the fabric feels and everything. So
I've done that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just finger pressed it out. So
would you do it with if you had time, if you're doing it at home? So, do you know what you need for that, though? You need one of those mini irons, don't you? Really?
It's still that interfacing.
With your pressing cloth and everything, you could do it with
with your pressing cloth, you could do it like that. So I'll just give that a quick little press.
Oh, you got your cloth.
So just in the same way, so it's sort of easier to work one at a time. They are such fiddly little seams that you're working with here, but once you're done.
Are you in all weekend now? You've come up into a whole Mother's Day weekend.
No, I'm not. No. That's it. It's just today.
When are you back then?
I'm back in on Wednesday.
Oh, that won't be with Monday. Oh, no, that is with me. I am in on Wednesday. I get confused.
Yeah. I know I do. I have to look in my diary all the time to see what I'm doing each day.
That's because you're getting old.
Oh, thanks so much.
Listen, we love each other, really. I promise you. Liz is here to showcase how she's chosen to use the Tilda fabric. Now, they look like huge pillowcases, but I will show you them for real because they're the most gorgeous. Because even I could do it. If that was a real life size, I'd be all right with that. But look how delicate these are. Look how gorgeous these are. Tiny. Well, they must be about an inch square, are they?
They finish at an inch. Yes. They finish at an inch. We've cut them at 1.5 inches, and then because we've put those seams in the back, where we've sewn the 1/4 inch seam, so the finished seam is the finished square. Sorry, on the top of the pincushion is an inch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, the fabric looks gorgeous on this, but do you know what? How many other things, how many different things could you make with it? You know what I mean? We're showing you one little thing to do with it, and they are such gorgeous prints. Do you know what? That, I keep calling it William Morris, it's Bumblebee, the Bumblebee one. We make the most fabulous summer skirt, really gorgeous, pleated, or, I know you're not into dressmaking so much, but really, the cotton is of that weight, you can make a really gorgeous. There they are. They're the Garden Bees. It's the ginger one you're seeing there. That's the orangey one. Then it also comes in the green. I love both of them. The green and the blue is very. I'm seeing Cleopatra now. I saw Josephine Baker earlier. Now I'm seeing Cleopatra. But do you know what I mean? It's absolutely gorgeous. And the Bumblebee workers of Manchester. We're thinking of them, are we?
Yes, we are. I would love to fussy cut that bumblebee.
You'd love to what? Fussy cut.
Fussy cut that bumblebee.
Some, don't worry.
So,
I know the bosses. I can get you.
There we go.
Right.
So I've got the finished patchwork piece, which is going to be the top of our pincushion, and then I've just taken a square of the fabric that's going to be
on the back,
the bottom of the pincushion.
The bottom or the back?
It's the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah, the bottom of it sits on the top. All right. Don't get pedantic now. You've got a long train journey home yet. Saturday afternoon.
So I'm just putting those right sides together, and then I'm going to sew all the way around, leaving a little gap.
Does it matter where you leave the gap?
Nope. Doesn't matter, it's a square. Okay. It's all the same on the same side. So probably about 3 inch.
Yeah, because you're going to need to pull all of that.
Maybe just go over that seam, so just less than.
Don't finish on a seam. The gap. Finish on.
I'd just go over the seam. Just I have back stitched as I've gone over all these seams because I do that quite naturally anyway. But should you?
Yes, I do as well. It doesn't feel right to me just to run the thing through to the end.
Should you have forgotten to do that? You don't want to split that seam open and have to go back.
Oh no. There's nothing worse than a finished project and then you bag it through and there's one little seam with a couple of stitches coming undone. Nothing worse, is there? Gorgeous. Now we're using the pins which are available here. Just check on the website. We're using the gorgeous Tilda fabrics today. Really, the quality and the colours are just... The colours are all kind of pure, aren't they? They don't look like... this is going to sound really stupid. They don't look like man-made colours. They look like pure, natural colours.
They do. They're really beautiful. Some of them are very vibrant and some are pretty, but they're very fresh.
Fresh, that's the word.
And they are modern looking, although it's got a vintage
design, exactly.
That's like my perfect mix.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, for me, I really love that. Like in patchwork, I love traditional patterns, but modern fabric.
Ooh,
yeah.
Look at you. We have to get one of your... I haven't seen any of your patchworks yet, have we? Did you bring any in?
So I made a quilt the other day, and a lady on Facebook has already made her own version of the quilt.
Well, that's... See, how...
The same day she did it, the same day. It's beautiful. It's really lovely.
Oh, that's flattering when somebody uses your design, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's really nice.
Okay, that's the graphics that are in there are the mat that we've been using to cut the fabrics on. By all means, go to the web, have a look at everything we've had in today. All 4 of today's shows you'll be able to see.
Okay,
do you want to do it?
Well, I was just going to say, so I'm just doing that little back stitch, just going over that seam, and then I'm going to pivot in each corner and go all the way around and leave a gap.
Meaning leave the needle in.
Leave the needle in at the corner.
Well, let's watch the first one.
Yes, I can show you, So just do a little back stitch, and then I'll go to the corner, and this one has a needle down function, so that's staying.
But if it doesn't, if it's my machine, you just manually turn it. So
then I'm just lifting the foot and pivoting on the needle.
Okay.
Put the foot down and then continue on.
But as you go along, you're making sure that the seams are open. So you make sure that both your seam allowances are open as you go down.
Yeah, just to stop any extra bulk in the seams.
They're beautiful. Oh, now you are absolutely loving your Tilda fabrics. That's the details for the flower nest. You're not seeing the flower nest on your machine at the moment, but I will take you through all of the different fabrics in a second. Now remember, we're only live until midday, but you can watch a repeat of the shows for every 4 hours, you know what I mean? So when we finish at 12, you'll be a little break, and then you'll get 8 o'clock. And then you'll get 8 o'clock again at midday until 4 o'clock. And then at 4 o'clock, you'll get 8 o'clock again. You know what I mean? So you can watch all the shows right the way until we're live. Now, it'll be Natasha live tomorrow morning. I'm not in tomorrow morning. I'm in on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Got Pets Day on Monday. Natasha's not very happy because she wanted to do a bed for her Eric, right? Eric's her dog, right? Eric, her dog, is about the size of this table. He's this beautiful, beautiful Great Dane. So I'm bringing pictures. I'm not bringing Norman and Ellie in. It's a bit too far for them to come, but I'll bring pictures of Norman and Ellie in. And what we'll do is we'll get your pictures of pets in as well. I'm not quite sure. I'm now making a cat bed, and I'm making an animal tidy that you put on the wall. Got a new guest on Monday as well. And I can't remember what the other two. Oh, I know. I'm making a draft excluder like a sausage dog. So there's all sorts of things going on.
I love those.
Yeah. Well, there's one up there. There's a little one up there. Anyway, that's Monday. We've still got Natasha tomorrow. And we've still got 10 minutes of this show left to do. So
I'm just taking the pins out.
What do you need?
And then I need stuffing. I'm just checking that we've got it.
I forgot. Do you want this? What kind of stuffing did you use?
The toy stuffing.
Oh, Jay, where's the toy stuffing, my love?
So I'm just going to trim off the corners.
Yeah.
I like to do that, just get rid of that extra bulk.
You can't use your pinking shears on that one, though, can you?
No, it's a bit too fiddly. Yeah. Well, see, this is why the embroidery...
You've got very steady hands.
The embroidery
scissors
before.
The very, very first time.
You're just making me feel so comfortable, John. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, likely. The first time I was on telly, I was like this. I was on with Richard. Oh, no, that wasn't the first time. The first time I was on this morning. I was so...
Like jelly.
No, I kept thinking, I'm not nervous. And then at one point, Judy reached across and touched me on the arm like that. And you can see the video. You can see me going, oh, my goodness, I'm on Richard and Judy. I'm on Richard and Judy. Anyway, we've got some... are we allowed to open that? I'll just go and get you some super soft... Oh, it's open already.
So I'm going to turn this through now. I don't know if I've got that dobber.
What would you like, the dobber?
Yeah, if we've got it.
Oh, I don't know. I'll go and find it for you. You keep pushing through. I'll find you the dobber.
Sorry, John.
Oh, here it is. Got it.
Got it. Yay. So, and we keep using this, and it is really important because otherwise it just doesn't look as neat.
No.
And you just get
It's only a knitting needle. Oh, excuse me. It's only a knitting needle that we happen to get from a knitting shop.
It just gives you that nice corner.
And you've got the confidence to push, because it's got the blunt end, you've got that confidence to push, whereas when it's something sharp or scissors or something like that, you don't want to push too hard because you're going to go through. How much of this toy filling would you like? So that, well, we're just going to stuff it, aren't we? So you can, if you want to, give that a quick press, but let's just go for it. It always uses up more. It always takes more. Oh, I thought you were going to go, I don't need that much, John Scott. No, I'll need more than that. We are here using the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Tilda fabrics. I will go through them all with you again. We'll just stuff this. But we've got two beautiful fabrics. What it is we just use two of the many fabrics that we've got this hour, which I will go through with you in a sec. But they are exquisite. They are gorgeous. When you I had a lovely message from Chrissy. Would you need more? No, yeah, I do need more. Yeah, I do need more. When you're stuffing, you want to get your finger and get it right into the corner. Oh, of course, that's what you do there. Chrissy says she can't wait till we're on all day long. Chrissy, 4 hours is making me shatter. I have to go lie down. If you missed anything, remember you can watch the repeat, as I said, on the internet for the next 4 hours. Eventually, we will go to extended hours and we will go to other platforms. We've just kind of launched it on that 4 hours. Does fly. I think it flies by anyway. And I was watching. Oh, were you yesterday? Yeah, I was watching you. So I'm going. Are you going to hand stitch it? Yes, I'm going to hand stitch it because I find taking that machine and trying to get it, and my stitches. And also, you've got no other top stitching, so why would you? No, and it never looks that neat. Well, it looks like it's been done in a production line. Yeah, and then you can't get to the other.
you can't move the stuffing
What
out of the
stitch
way.
will
So,
you use then?
so I'm going to use a ladder stitch. So
Well,
I've
that's
just
very popular with our ladies here.
yeah, folded back that seam there,
Yeah.
and I'm going to just
Would you
get
pin
it
it,
to
or will you
meet
just
like
do
that.
it by hand? Because it's small enough. You just
Well,
hold it.
because sometimes I get a bit of hand strain in my hand, so I like to use one of those wonder clips to hold it in place. So I intentionally haven't knotted the end of this thread.
What did you do with them? Have you put them away?
Oh, they might have gone. It doesn't matter. I'll just do it.
I'm just looking for the wonder clips.
I'll be fine.
Oh no, I haven't got them here.
Don't worry, it's all right. It's fine.
You can just pin.
Yeah, you can just pin or whatever. So I intentionally have not knotted the end of this thread,
right?
Because I'm going to show you how I do a quilter's knot, which my friend Claire taught me.
Oh, here we go then. Right.
So to do a quilter's knot, I make like a circle. I have pinchy fingers to hold my needle.
Yeah.
I pinch the ends of the thread and the needle together, so it's like a loop. And I've pinched the end of the thread, and the needle there. And this is the sharp end of the needle.
Yeah. Watching.
So I'm going to wrap it around, and then I'm going to lightly hold that where I've looped it.
Yeah.
Lightly hold it, and then just go down, and then go tighter as I get to the end of the thread. And there's my little knot.
Fantastic. The wonder clips have arrived. We do sell wonder clips. Get 10 for £7.95 there. Wonder clips pack containing 10 of them, and you're just going to do a ladder stitch there. I do want to go through all the fabrics with you again before the end of the show, so don't worry if you're thinking, oh, I don't know which fabric I want, I will go through all of them again any second.
So I've just come up through the fold in the seam. And that's all I do. I just put a wonder clip there, and it stops me as I'm sewing from having to really clench it. Yeah.
Remember, it's the first weekend we're on Sewing Quarter here. We're on every day from 8 a.m. till noon every day, but then the shows are repeated on the web all afternoon and all night on a kind of a 4-hourly repeat
on a loop.
thing. Yeah, on a loop.
Yeah, on a loop.
So what was so special about that quilter's knot then?
It's just quick. It's quick to do. You're not fiddling around with the end of the thread.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of practice to get used to it, but my friend showed me how to do it or taught me how to do it.
Yeah.
And I've just loved it. And
which was that friend?
She's called Claire.
She's watching.
She does a blog called Self Sewn.
Oh, does she? Well,
she's lovely. She's the one that taught me English paper piecing as well.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Okay, then. So we just ladder stitching across the top of there to create that lovely, lovely pincushion with all these Tilda fabrics. Now, as I say, if you go on the web and you look at today's show, you can scan down below the screen and it shows you everything that we've shown you on today's shows. All the fabrics, all the threads, not the threads, the fabrics, the notions. The notions, there's today's, all going down there, all the different pieces that we've shown you, from the rulers to the fabrics to the, you see them all there, scissors, rotary cutters, all sorts of, everything. If you need any more information, just give us a call, 0800 112 44 33. So now, am I going to go for my final roundup of fabric? Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
It's a joy. It's a pleasure. I've loved today. And we do love each other, really, don't we?
We do.
We do love each other. It's all banter. It's all banter. So I'll see you on Wednesday, won't I?
Wednesday, yes.
Right, okay. Let's go through all this gorgeous fabric, because you're loving it, I'm loving it. Which one have you gone to? Which one have you gone to? Because they're all gorgeous. Right, so we'll start up the top here. When we're only going to put the pink graphics in. This has been the most popular. The pink has been most popular. My favourite's been the most popular as well. It comes in the 3 colourways. It comes in the pink, it comes in the green, and it comes in the blue. That's called Flower Nest. Now, if you want any of those, just ring the call centre, because I'm only showing you the graphics for the pink one. £7.95 for half a metre. But you can buy it in increments of as much as you want, but in increments of half a metre. If we just drop to the next rung of the ladder down, we have got the cherry blossom. We've got cherry. Now, this does come in 3 colours. It comes in 3 colours. It comes in the green, or teal, which we've been using, and then we've also got the pink and the blue on the rail here. Again, £7.95 for 50 centimetres. That's cherry blossom. We're showing the graphics of the pink, but if you want any of the others, go to the web or go to the call centre, and they'll be able to advise you on the green, the blue, or the pink there. Really love it. And then just dropping down to the last rung ladder. This is causing a riot. This is today. We all love this one. We all love this. This is the Bumblebee. Very, very William Morris. It comes, now I think it comes in a blue as well, but we haven't got the blue. I'll just bring in the, which one's you bringing in? That's the this is the ginger one. Comes in the ginger, it also comes in the green. There's also a blue, which we haven't got here, but if you go to the web, we'll speak to the call centre about, then you can find out about that. It's so easy to do. 0800 112 4433, www.sewingquarter.com. Mother's Day weekend has kicked off to a brilliant start. It's carrying on tomorrow. Natasha's on tomorrow again with fabulous guests, with more and more ideas and kind of plans to do. I'm going to go home now. I'm very tired. Thanks ever so much for your company. I will see you on Monday with Pets Day.
Bring you all things sewing and quilting. The team behind us live and breathe sewing day to day. We strive to bring you exclusive offers, exciting live demonstrations, and most importantly, we will custom cut fabric to your specification in our very own cutting room. We will also be bringing you TV exclusives that you won't be able to find anywhere else. So come and join us today at the Sewing Quarter.
Welcome to the Sewing Quarter. Good morning. It's so fantastic, isn't it? Hello, my name's John Scott. This is the Sewing Quarter. It's Saturday morning. It is the Mother's Day weekend. Now, like yesterday, I've got to start with an apology, I'm afraid. We've got the gremlins in again. Even though we got them working yesterday, we have got the gremlins in again today. So you'll be able to see our phone number and everything. Voila. You'll be able to see all of that. But sadly, we won't have any of these graphics here until somebody comes in and fixes them, or somebody does them remotely. So when I'm telling you about the fabrics, make sure you write down the name of the fabric that you like. I won't be giving codes and things like that because they get too complicated. And then ring the call centre, 0800 112 4433, and they'll be able to help you. They're all there waiting for your calls. It's been so busy the last few days. We only launched on Tuesday, and already it's so busy. It's fantastic. Got a gorgeous day for you today. As I say, it's I'm pointing the wrong way. Mother's Day weekend. So all weekend we're going to do gorgeous things for your mum. I've got a cushion, I've got a notepad cover, I've got a pin cushion, I've got a little clutch bag, everything today. Two fabulous guests. Now, before I introduce today's guest, I must just tell you, you can get in touch. You can get in touch, right? You can email. That's the only way to get in touch today because sadly the graphics aren't working, so you can't get in touch with the web. We'll get it fixed as soon as we can for now, and then as soon as they're fixed, I'll tell you. So you can email studio@sewingquarter.com. Studio@sewingquarter.com. Get your messages in. If you